injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Aggies. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Leclerc comes to the belt. He kicks. He fires. He struck him out looking, and the ball game's over. The Rangers have swept the wild card series and are heading to Baltimore.
That's right. The Rangers sweep those Rays and move on to the ALDS to face the Orioles. But tonight on San Antonio Sports Star, we got Thursday night football. Bears, Commanders. It all gets started at 6:30 on 94.1.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up.
So wake me up.
Wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
How about this Cowboys?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Congratulations, you made it. It's Small Friday, or as the rest of the world calls it, Thursday edition of R&R in the morning. The Natalie attired Rudy J, as always. That is a fine-looking golf club up Texas Polo, and that's me making the reverb. No, that's,
thank you, sir.
Are you sure that's me? I don't think that's me. Or maybe it is me.
Yeah, I think it was you.
It is me.
It's all good.
I've got a variety of things I got to turn down here. I got a computer. Did I get it? I did. I got a computer. I got this camera. I got all kinds of stuff here. I'm supposed to be just a radio guy.
That's all we're supposed to do, is just talk.
And then I'm getting ready to be done, and then I got video guy running around this building. Sit down, do this.
Oh yeah.
Start talking, and then when I'm done, go. It is so bad. Oh, by the way, that's Rudy J. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Edwin, you okay this morning?
Going through it.
Okay.
Another choke job by my favorite team.
The Brew Crew finished a
that's right.
fine and competitive season, as they always do.
Yeah, he's a Milwaukee guy, so it's been rough. 3-0 lead, blow it.
Yeah.
2-0 lead, blow it.
Don't matter.
It's all good. 162 games for that to be the end has to stink.
'Tis better to have loved and lost.
Yeah, it's better to get there. I mean, you gotta get there to win it. So I guess it's better. I mean, if you ask a LeBron fan, it's better to go to the finals and lose than it is to not get there. So I guess it just
it's not.
It depends on where you come out on that which side of the spectrum, Rob.
I'm of the mind fail fast in this scenario.
So if you're going to just lose, so you'd rather morning early birds on YouTube. So you'd rather just lose right now than
Just
lose
get
in
it
the
out of
World
the way.
Series.
Well, no,
Really?
The World Series is different.
Different than the NBA Finals?
No, I'm saying like that's later in the playoffs. But this first round, I guess Brew guys thought they had a round or two in them, but there was no belief that it was going to go all the way through.
Well, the Diamondbacks limped in. They lost six straight.
What I'm saying is, I think if no matter what,
They
the
weren't
Dodgers are waiting.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So
That's
fail
very
fast,
true.
man. Go on vacation. It was a worthy attempt. Easy for me to say as
all sweeps in these wild cards.
Yeah.
All sweeps. Rangers sweep, Diamondbacks sweep, the Phillies sweep.
See, I could play the old guy, the old baseball dude that says, "I told you, expanding the wild card is useless. It's TV money grab.
It is a TV money
ruined
grab.
the stats. It's ruined baseball."
Yeah, whatever the Rangers did to the Rays in that empty ballpark.
Can we
7-1?
Is it? San Antonio, can we raise our hand and say I think we could sell?
Yeah, that's the
triple
thing.
that.
That's the thing, man. It comes down to now that Oakland's moving to Vegas. Everybody moves up a step, right? Now that the A's, so now I'm guessing Nashville. They're always on the
Don't
cusp.
be surprised if it's Oakland,
but
in a new stadium.
Maybe we go back to Canada.
Yeah,
as far as
Montreal.
MLB, but no, the Rays. They're not the Buccaneers. I'm trying to be nice, but there's some cities that just aren't deserving. and of certain teams and certain sports. And for that sport, for that team, Tampa Bay is not worthy.
Whoever their GM, whoever their money guy is, pretty good at his job.
Oh, their money guy and their scout team are fantastic because they spend about 15, 16 million a year, maybe. Yet they're always in the playoffs. So there's a lot of teams that spend. That's the Cubs. Cubs have this huge payroll all the time. Most of the time, can't do a damn thing since they've won the World Series. And then you got the Rays, spending $5-6 and continually be in the playoffs.
But it's easier to get average with a brain than it is to get great with money.
That's a nice bar for early this morning. I like that. I like that.
I mean, you know what I mean?
I'll take that bar.
I think there's a lot of things that can get you just to the Mendoza line, and it doesn't have to be talent. That could be one of the bottom rung things required to get there.
Moneyball. Tampa has the 27th lowest payroll. Orioles are beneath them.
Yes, sir.
The Pirates and the Athletics. Pirates, Athletics, I get it, but the Orioles are the Orioles.
They're the bad news Bears.
Good luck, Rangers.
Jimmy Shapiro, our good friend over at Bet Online.
What's up with them?
Since numbers say by the tracking of the bets that the Orioles are kind of the underdog favorite up in the Northeast. That all those Yanks,
you get more bang for your
Red
money,
Sox,
right?
And everybody's dove in on the hapless Orioles to win it all.
Okay.
Now Texas is dominated by Astros money, and Oklahoma is dominated with Rangers money.
Down the street, little stone's throw down to the Rangers Park.
Thing about Texas's hat, as we get ready for Texas OU weekend. The training camp in full force. We get to hear from the big man himself. He's only 7'3". Wimby talks. He finally got baptized. We're all happy for it.
As the Wimby turns. World of Wimby. Whatever you want to call it.
Now, this is a time when the council of the veteran that Tim Duncan would come to play here.
Why?
Because don't go asking for an ass whipping.
And wait.
I got a player going, Coach hadn't even yelled at me yet. Oh, he finally yelled at me. It wasn't so bad. Oh, it wasn't, was it?
Well, he hasn't gotten yelled at yet.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go pick
It'll happen.
fights.
He knows it'll happen.
Oh,
he knows it's coming. Everybody gets it here and there. At some point, he'll get it. It's early. It was just the first day of training camp. He ain't gonna yell at him in summer runs.
Well,
but
you
it's
don't
the first
talk
day.
about it. It's like a no-hitter. We don't bring up the fact that the coach hadn't gone Serbian
tell
on me.
McDonald and the gang not to ask him. What's he supposed to do? Lie?
Well, just go, man. I don't know what that is. Why would I ever be yelled at? I'm the perfect player.
Great players want to be yelled at.
Great players
want to be coached up. And part of coaching up in some coaches, I expect, is yelling. And I consider Wimby one of those guys that don't mind being coached hard. So I don't think he's worried or scared about Pop coming and ripping him a new one. I don't think he's worried about that at all.
I hope not.
Shouldn't be. Not if you want to be great.
No, I'm just.
I mean, Phil Jackson sent Michael Jordan home. Get the hell out of my gym. You just punch Steve Kerr in the face. Get out.
Well,
that's a little different.
I
right?
think
a little different.
Yeah, that's there's rings and there's grown men at work there.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things to watch, and this is just as kind of like a scientific experiment, is over the years you watch guys of Wimby's height, and the wind isn't there. They're just not capable of going for long stretches. It's just, I don't know why. It's going to be interesting to watch how they physically get him ready to do what we're going to want to see him do. And like we were talking about yesterday, the free-flowing, moving Wimby.
He'll be fine.
No, he will, but I'm just talking about holding your wind and being capable of doing that 100% kind of movement for more than 8-9 minutes at a run.
I don't have him in that I don't have him in that category. I don't have him in that Boban category where it looks like they're dying after five.
But we've never seen
5 minutes.
We've never seen a 7'3" dude do what we're about to ask to do. We never have.
Porzingis is 7'3".
And look at what he's been able to do.
He's been hurt, but
That's what
run.
I'm saying.
He can run, though.
So,
we're just talking about being winded. I don't think wind is a thing. You think so?
Yes, wind has always been a problem for Porzingis. Yeah,
the
do
wind,
much. He's running about 30 feet from 3-point line to 3-point line.
That's what wind did from, man, a gust of wind blows him over and he tears a knee up. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, you know what? I'll pay attention to it.
It's just something worthy of following as I saw more pictures of him yesterday. I'm still trying to find this 15 pounds.
Dude, over 7'3" frame is some in the toes, some in the Achilles, some in the glute, some in the shoulder. Like, it's hard to see it on the 7'3" frame. Some in his forehead, He
looked
it's better distributed on somebody that tall.
That picture of him standing in front of his own mural in the white t-shirt and black shorts and cowboy hat, he looked like a telephone pole with a tent over it. He had his arms out like that. That doesn't look like it's anywhere close to tight. And I bet those are XS triple LL longs
for sure.
I'm just trying to find a weight.
You're not going to find it on a 7'3" frame. You're not. It'd have to be like 50. Next year, by the time we get to October 5th, 2024, we'll see it.
Over the last couple of days, we've been talking about Micah and whether he should be playing in these blowouts, considering the empty fuel tank over the last couple of years we've watched him go through. He even talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to hear from Micah talk about a variety of things
as
Micah is apt to do. The playoffs are in full force, as Rudy just brought to you during his Sports Center. Sweeps around as we head into the real playoffs in baseball. The Texas Rangers going on. Who was the manager that screamed out, "Let's party all night"?
I didn't hear that. I missed it.
Edwin, do you know?
No, I didn't even know that happened.
There was a manager that screamed, "Let's party all night."
Yeah, baseball today, champagne every round. It's weird. It's weird to see champagne every round. Like, really? Goggles?
Imagine the Spurs having champagne after beating the Nuggets in the first round back in the day.
Yeah, you beat up on the Timberwolves in the first round and you crack champagne. Nah, it's just not gonna happen.
Now, I will allow a special baseball dispensation. How long has it been since the Rangers got to do this?
2015.
So after
now the Twins, I get
4 or 5 years, I think you're allowed to celebrate your first playoff victory.
The Twins, I get it. I remember I heard the guy coming in this morning saying the last time they won, my big fat Greek wedding was in theaters. Like, some of the stuff they've gone through. Like, I get it with the Twins.
Well, I think the Rangers, if it's been 8 years, I think you're allowed to celebrate just a little bit. I'll give them a special. Now, next year.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
This is a made up round anyway.
But I guess they base it off of because again, you could be the Rays, and like, it's 162 games we went through this whole grind. We're living with each other for 6 months and it's over with. I guess when you base it off of the grind of the 162, it's worthy of celebrating. I'm just trying to go into the mind of a baseball player. And on
it's the manager of the D-backs. Thanks, Saul. Sorry again.
Don't apologize to the Brewers. They stink.
No, I'm not apologizing to them.
I know you
I'm not apologizing for them. I'm just apologizing for bringing the whole thing up.
Now I know why Edwin didn't know, because it was the D-backs. He knew. He just chose not to tell us because he's a Brewer fan.
Might as well have been.
Right.
The hoopla is starting to pop a little bit. Getting ready for the game up there at the State Fair. I heard Feinbaum picking Texas.
He picked Texas?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I think most of the country's picking Texas because most of the country hasn't watched OU, and we just know Texas is number 3. So it's like they got to win, right? Of course. How much Oklahoma football has Feinbaum watched?
See, I think whenever I hear Feinbaum, he's going to think SEC first.
Well, they're both SEC.
I know, but I think that the SEC in general, Paul Feinbaum in specifics, has a problem with OU. He had a problem with Stoops.
Oh, he didn't like Stoops.
Stoops would, at OU.
I didn't like Stoops.
Well, Stoops would call out the SEC at the time.
Yeah, he did.
And then when they lobbied to get in and Riley ran, I think Feinbaum, I don't think that was I think this game's going to be a little bit tougher. And the best thing that could happen for OU is to have Feinbaum pick Texas. Because this whole, what Texas fan is unaware, OU fan is as arrogant as Texas fan.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. That's not even up for debate.
Of arrogance is perfect for the SEC. But as the transition is going, as these two schools are headed to the SEC, OU gets zero attention in this. Nobody talking about when do we get OU. Every AD's talking about when do we get Texas and the dollars that follow when these guys show up. I can't imagine what our town's going to be like. I can't imagine the money it's going to bring our program when Longhorn fan arrives. I second fiddle in this.
I think that's an opinion from somebody that's square dab in the middle of Texas.
No,
I don't know if that's true or I don't know if it's false, Rob. I don't know if no one is looking forward to playing OU. OU is still a program of note. I can't say that people aren't looking forward to playing OU.
It's a matter of, I think OU has found that while they were in the Big 12, and A&M, I think, learned this to an extent too.
What's that?
That the spotlight that comes in on Texas, you get a little bit of that shine too. And the rest of the conference did too. And Texas has always been the primary. And OU for a while, even though they were winning, thought they were, and they're not. And I think they're realizing right now, in the grand scheme of things, OU is just a really good football team. Texas is a national brand. And there's going to be a little bit of that brought to the game on Saturday.
We got to talk about that. We got to go to break, but we got to talk about that. I don't know if I agree that Texas is a national brand.
Oh,
because when I think of national brands, I think of Ohio State, Michigan. I don't think the rest of the country gives a damn about Texas OU. I know they give a damn about Ohio State, Michigan. The numbers say as much.
I didn't want to believe it till it was forced upon me.
I just
didn't want to believe that people gave a crap as much as they do about the Texas football program up in places I didn't think they cared. As an Aggie, that hurt my feelings. But I'll tell you what, coming back, what doesn't hurt my feelings is watching the number one pick overall go through practice as the Spurs continue their training camp right here, running around the Rock.
Yes, sir.
We're going to hear from the number one draft pick. He hadn't been baptized yet. It's coming. Talking about what the plan is for the big body. That's coming next. Let's talk some Spurs. Don't go nowhere. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, guess what? It's Thursday. It's time to dust off the old book and start anew as the NFL gets busy again tonight. You better be heading to BetOnline or BetUS.com right now. I'll tell you why. Because if you're brand new to the game, now you've got a couple of weeks under your belt, you kind of see some trends, right? You got an idea of what you want. And it's time to go put your money where your mouth is. So what you need to do is go get online and get yourself underneath the umbrella of what's called Bet Protect. See, we're celebrating 30 years here. We're celebrating 30 years of business in a business that does not normally offer longevity. We're celebrating an opportunity for you to be with the only book that Rudy and I have ever endorsed. We're celebrating a chance for you to use a protected bet. See, Bet Protect offers you kind of an umbrella, a chance to kind of get in there. And if it doesn't go the way you want it, you can kind of move along. That's why I appreciate so much what BetUS.com has done. So this is what you do. You call 1-800-MY-BET-US right now. Get yourself signed up. You get 125% match on your first deposit, 250% if you go in on the casino side of things, play yourself some casino games. And if you're bringing crypto, there's a lot of money there. Bet Protect's in play for your first 30 bets. Call them right now. 1-800-MY-BET-US. That's 1-800-692-3887. It's where the game begins.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar is San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. 7 days a week happy hour, sports on all HD screens, and plenty of arcade games. With 5 area locations, North Star, Nacogdoches, Medical Center, St. Mary's Strip, and Thousand Oaks. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar has you covered for any occasion. Catering to you and delivering San Antonio memories for over 10 years. Slackers, San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. Follow Slackers on Facebook for events and specials.
Snap into action this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Must be present in a state where lawful to wager must be 21 plus and present in select states. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. First online real real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana, 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas, 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia or call 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelpma.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, if you're thinking about getting the latest iPhone, check this out. With Boost Infinite, you get the latest iPhone every year and unlimited wireless for just $60 a month. Yeah, you get the new titanium iPhone 15 Pro that was just announced. Then again, next year, you get the latest iPhone. Every year. Boost Infinite. Infinitely better. To learn more, pick up your phone, dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. Terms apply. After 30 gigabytes, service may be slowed. Receive a comparable iPhone model each year with an acceptable trade-in every year. Requires credit qualification and 36-month phone financing agreement. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from this station's
Shine Down. The Revolution Live Tour continues. October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Shine Down Live.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installations. Visit Airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000399898C.
Now's the time to head out to your nearest Ewald Kubota dealer and get a great deal on a brand new Kubota M-Series tractor during the Ewald Kubota Inventory Reduction Sale. Get a feature-loaded M5, 6, or 7 with powerful engine options. And with Kubota, you get comfort, quality, and value. So get a great deal on the Kubota M-Series during the Ewald Kubota End-of-Year Inventory Reduction Sale. From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas for over 75 years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Hustle up. We've got 8 more floors to go before lunch.
Sarusha's window washing business is reaching new heights.
Wipe, and let's roll.
They need more certified cleaners to keep online reviews crystal clear.
Team, I know we're hustling, but watch for streaks. Candace, can you give me a hand over here?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Picture a swimmer backstroking through a pool of lime jelly. Now picture yourself getting the new titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Now picture a lion and antelope hugging. Now picture yourself switching to Boost Infinite and getting the latest iPhone every year and unlimited wireless for just $60 a month. Now picture that swimmer again, but this time it's you. And the pool is full of iPhones and baby ducks. Boost Infinite. Infinitely better. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. Terms apply. After 30 gigabytes, service may be slowed. Receive a comparable iPhone model each year with an acceptable trade-in every year. Requires credit qualification and 36-month phone financing agreement. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from the station's network.
The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here. And back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Yes, it is.
You watching us live on our YouTubes? You should go there. Set up your device. Your dot.
Y'all need to watch this because, again, if we didn't have to do this, I'd be in here looking like
Sean Ryman.
You know what I mean? Like, I have to actually, wow. I have to iron. I have to set clothes out. And even then, I still sometimes come in here looking like I ain't have no manners. But, yeah, man, if we're going to get dressed and Rob's going to do his hair in the morning, the least y'all can do is watch.
When Rudy says it, do my hair, I have to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it, right?
This is work.
Do you have bedhead?
Oh my gosh.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I've shared hotels with you, but I don't pay attention to what you look like in the morning.
Yeah, I have. I look like I've been electrocuted kind of here.
Okay.
The
world of Wemby, Rob.
Yeah, when you think of what goes on early in camp, and the beginnings of an offense, and the beginnings of what your plan is, you've worked with your coaches, you've seen your guys run. How many mini camps did we hear they'd had over the last couple of months? You finally start putting things in, and all this talk about positions and what are they saying in the box? Things outside of the box. Is that
right?
That was the catchphrase on media day. The idea of where Wemby's going to go, gosh, it's got to be fun to watch, because we're talking about something that no one's really ever seen before. This 7'3" gazelle running around on your basketball court.
I'll say this: not with this skill set, not with this particular set of skills. To quote Liam Neeson, I have a particular set of skills.
He does.
You know you feel me? So Wemby, not with this particular set of skills, no.
And to watch that, I can see why Pop hadn't gotten mad, because I think sometimes you just sit back with your arms crossed and go, "Holy crap! Did you just see this 7'3" dude just dribble by and pull up with a one-legged three, like we heard Trey talk about?"
Yeah.
But
as it was an and one, who can test that? Okay, whatever.
At some point, you get past that and you just becomes a player, and then you become the regular and become what Tim was, the guy that leads the way both in good and bad. You take the coaching. That hasn't happened yet. Wemby talked about being yelled at.
If you screw up at one point on something the coach told you specifically to not do or to do, it's everybody on the line. You run a full court, down and back, or something else. Depends on the mood of the coach.
Has Pop yelled at you yet?
Yeah.
Oh, he said yeah.
Oh, yeah. It came later than I expected, but yeah, finally.
Oh, it did happen.
I'm glad that he yelled at me.
Have you been to blame for the whole team running it?
I don't think so.
That's what he said no about. Okay. So he's been yelled at, but he hasn't been responsible for making the whole team run, like, Rob or Rudy. Say, Rudy, Edwin's here on time, Rob's here on time. Here comes Rudy strolling in. Since Rudy don't know how to get here on time, everybody on the line. So he hasn't had that moment, but he has gotten. And no, dude, yeah, that's Pop. Yeah, I mean, he yells at everybody.
Now, coming out of Europe, there's this idea of what European basketball is. Very regimented, very organized. I mean, the academy style. I mean, you've gone through the training camp idea your entire life. You got into the pro system when you were 10.
I like that.
Well, Wemby was asked about his first couple of days in the NBA, the professional level of basketball.
It's only the first, the morning of the second day so far, but it's been intense, and yeah, it's been good. It's everything I expected. So close from tip off of the season.
Everything he's expected. Pops yelled at him. We're on court right now. Again, because you can't trust all 20 guys that you bring into training camp. I figured the first 2 days are, to not quote Mike, to go to quote Mike McCarthy, install and conditioning.
Yes.
Because you can't trust all 20 guys to come in shape. Like, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of guys. Probably 80% of the guys are somewhat in shape. There's no getting into game shape until you actually play games, even in conditioning drills. So first few days, I mean, hell, in my small sample size of sports, playing high school soccer, we couldn't touch a ball till you ran a 12-minute 2-mile.
Right.
So if you talk about at the pro level, I can only imagine where coach wants to see you before we start talking about getting up and down. So yeah, I think this is all conditioning and install walkthrough type stuff.
Their first game's Monday.
Oh, that's true.
I don't want to scare anybody here, but I'm giving jerseys out next Monday. You know that, right?
Just get up and down. Just get up and down. Just show me you can get up and down.
But
that's all I care about.
But as I talked about this, the install. You can't install an offense until your guys
Mike McCarthy has us brainwashed.
Well, it's true. I mean, and we also have learned over the years how valuable time is, how valuable practice
especially
time is.
At basketball.
And when you think about one guy screws up, everybody's got to run. I just lost 5 seconds of practice.
Right.
Not 5 seconds. I just lost, if I recall, 60 seconds plus whatever it took me to get back in. And every second literally counts. And getting this install's got to be fun because everybody's having to learn a little bit more than you used to have to learn. You used to have to learn your position. You were a two guard. You caught the ball off the curl. You took the shot. That's all you had to learn. You had to learn how to be a 3. You didn't have to learn the down pick on the 4 position. You might have just because you were around it. Now you got to learn it all because you might very well be the guy doing it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, especially with Victor. And he's Victor until he drops 30.
There you
go. In a real game.
There we go.
Victor, if I'm popping my staff, this is an important training camp because I want to see him at the 1. I want to see him at the 5 and everything in between. I want to see different spots with him on defense because I don't have time during the regular season, which is why Pop and the Spurs have always sent guys to Austin because I don't really have the time to show you what I need to during the regular season. So this is a huge training camp because, as Wemby said, there's really no limitations on what his role will be.
It just goes without saying that I'm playing sometimes the same role as Trey Jones, sometimes the same as Zach Collins, sometimes as Devin Vassell. There's really no limitations. So, and on a lot of set plays, a lot of plays, it really depends on where you are. But I can be the point guard just like I can be the wing. It doesn't matter.
Pretty confident dude, ain't he? He said I might play. Sometimes I play like Trey Jones. Sometimes I'm Zach Collins. Sometimes I'm Devin Vassell. And then on the set plays, sometimes I'm the point guard. I'm like, hey, so this is an important training camp for this team. I know he's like, why are you talking about training camp? Because you have a weapon that you study for 4 years and you want to be able to use him everywhere, but you also want to find where he's best at and then move him around from there.
One of the things that we talk about during the regular season that Pop will bring up periodically is how rare it is to actually practice. How rare it is.
They don't practice.
To put shorts on and get 2 hours of a good sweat on practice. It's mostly walk through. It's mostly shoot around.
Because you're recovering.
Yeah, you played 2 nights ago. And you're just trying to keep the mileage off the tires almost on the occasion. So the install is absolutely huge. And we talked about the time required to do that.
Yeah.
And here we sit, practice 2, first game a week from Monday, not even a week from yesterday, Monday. There's a live scrimmage coming up on Saturday that I do understand. More will be coming from training camp all day long because when it comes to the silver and black, we got you covered. Hey, coming back, the guy who likes to speak from his closet, Micah, went to work and spoke there.
I like it.
His name is McCaffrey. They call him a CMC. Wait till you hear what Micah has to say about that stud on the other side. And what do you got to do to take care of Purdy? Be Purdy hard. We'll be right back. It's R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dad jokes at 6:33. You got to love it. No longer do you have to call up your buddy that's about to go on the cruise and say, hey, man, bring me back a couple bottles of that Henny White. I need it. I love it. I'm going to send you. I'll cash app you the money. Just give me a couple bottles. Texas Cheer Liquor made that non-existent. Yes, the Henny White has landed at Texas Cheer Liquor #1. That's the location on Petrenko, past 211. Probably maybe today or tomorrow, it will be at the rest of the locations. I will keep you updated on when it hits the rest of them. And then you can go to the Texas Cheer Liquor nearest you to find the bottle of Henny White for you. He just posted a picture the other day of how many bottles he had, and a lot of people are going a little bit crazy for it. So if you are a Henny White guy and you're tired of waiting on it from your boy to go on a cruise to get it, stop by Texas Cheer Liquor #1 at Petrenko, past 211. Check out everything else they have, from their wine, from their beer, to their liquor, to their cigars. And if you need something exclusive and they have it at the warehouse, let them know. They'll order it, and then you pick it up when it comes in. Check it all out at TexasCheerLiquor.com. That's Texas Cheer Liquor, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up today on The Blitz, of course, we're still talking Cowboys-Niners, biggest game of the week. We'll talk about it with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Do they need to add a running back? We'll talk about that. Plus, John McClain will join us to talk about the red-hot Houston Texans. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes, the IRS has greenlighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship and is now accessible through Tax Help USA. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. For this free information, call 800-948-9401. 800-948-9401. That's 800-948-9401.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Bring smiles to all when shopping online with Dell Technologies Gift Guide. Whether it's for the artist, the entrepreneur, the student, or the streamer, you'll find the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Dell.com/gift guide makes gifting easy with a carefully curated selection of our best tech. Shop now to explore our innovative PCs like the XPS 13 laptop, powered by the latest Intel Core processors, plus this season's top accessories. Visit Dell.com/gift guide today to get a jump on your holiday gift list. That's Dell.com/gift guide.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Due to overwhelming response, Diamonds Direct's most popular finance offer ever is being extended. You now have until this Saturday at 5 p.m. to take advantage of this once-a-year offer. Now through Saturday, make any purchase and you can spread your payments over 5 years with zero finance charges. No interest for 5 whole years. Where else in America can you get a finance rate of 0.0? That means a $10,000 engagement ring is just $167 a month, or an $8,000 pair of diamond stud earrings comes to around $135 a month. Everything's included. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, all designer fashion jewelry, colored gemstone jewelry, GIA certified diamonds. With interest rates going higher and higher everywhere else, Diamonds Direct comes to the rescue with this spectacular offer. But you must hurry. This special opportunity ends this Saturday and will not be extended again. 5 years, zero interest on anything and everything. Get all the details, showroom hours, and directions at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 6:45 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
Do you like a certain amount of chaos?
Conflict is good.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I do. I like healthy chaos. I don't like the BS.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
I don't know if the rain's going to last, but
it already stopped.
It's already done? Yeah. I was looking at the radar, the myriad of weather radars I have on my phone. It looked like it was running through, and that might be about it. But, man, good to see. A little bit of rain this morning. If you're just getting up, it had a little storm cover us. A storm. A little bit of rain, anyway. The idea of stopping the 49er offense has got to be daunting because they're just loaded for bear at every position, from tight end with Kittle, who's one of the best, and we know what Debo is. Well, we really don't know what Debo is, and that's really the glory of it. Running back, wide receiver. Ayuk is becoming a star.
He is. He really, to me, again, I don't want to do Debo like that, but Ayuk looks a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more polished as just a receiver.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't even gotten to CMC, Christian McCaffrey, who is best back in football.
When he's healthy.
Yeah, and he's healthy right now. And it's all driven by a second-year quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, who is just looks like Kurt Warner, runs the offense like Joe Montana, plays hurt.
The whole nine, man. They're going to be a tough team to beat.
Only loses in the playoffs, by the way.
Right. And that's only because he tore his UCL.
So when you look at the team itself, you go, who you got to stop? What's the plan? And McCaffrey's the one you go, my gosh. Well, Micah Parsons talked about the CMC effect and what's going to have to happen, and his thoughts on McCaffrey. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Christian, I think he's the most versatile back in the NFL when it comes to how the 49ers use him. You can almost say he's a running back that plays receiver, or you can say he's a receiver that plays running back. The way he gets open, the way you can't just put anybody on him. Sometimes you might want to put a DB on him, just how good he is with his routes and things like that, and how dynamic he is, and then the way he's able to make people miss. I mean, there's nobody better in the NFL. So, I mean, you look at what he does and how explosive he is. I mean, it's something that we got to be watchful of.
I do want to see who the Cowboys and Dan Quinn designate. And I guess it'll probably vary because they move him around, but I really want to see who DQ is going to designate to McCaffrey when he's coming out of the backfield, when he's playing, pretty much a receiver position. Is it your nickel corner? Do you bring Kurtz down? Like, do you just throw one of the linebackers on him? Because really, in fairness to the Cowboys linebackers, there's not many linebackers in the entire NFL. I think the only NFL linebacker that can probably run with McCaffrey plays on his team, and Fred Warner. So it's not that ain't a knock on the Cowboys if I say, hey, you know what? I don't think the Cowboys have a linebacker that can cover McCaffrey straight up coming out of the backfield. 31 other teams don't either. So, but I am interested to see that. And the thing about it is, if you can't stop the run, it really won't matter.
The chess game between DQ and Shanahan is going to be interesting. Here's something that, as we talk about players like McCaffrey and Debo who play, are they receivers who play running back or who are playing receivers? The 49ers use motion in 73% of their plays. That's
73?
That's the second highest rate in the league. So you got guys popping around all over the place. You got McCaffrey leaving, coming in. You got Debo coming out, going in. Kittle moving in around. It is interesting to watch the strategery that he brings. Brock Purdy ranks second in QBR and first in touchdown to interception ratio when they use motion.
Well, if that's the case, then I do it 73% of the time as well.
So do you think about their motion, and you think about your best players, and you think about the guys required to cover the likes of McCaffrey outside, cover him, spy him inside the tackles, Debo, vice versa. Do you follow him around with Micah? I mean, are you pulling Micah around to spying guys at times?
I got to put Micah. I need to see what Purdy looks like with some heat. Then some people will tell you that he has the best left tackle in the game too. Speaking of the San Francisco 49ers, some people will tell you that. But I got to keep Micah on Purdy. I need Purdy. I don't know what Purdy is if they don't have a lead, and I don't know what Purdy is under fire.
That's right.
So I'm keeping Micah. I want Micah doing what I'm going to pay him $40 million to do, and that's bull rush the quarterback.
My retort to that incredible stat that Purdy is offering at 73% in the second in touchdown ratio in those motion plays. Guess what? The Cowboys defense ranked second in QBR and touchdown to interception ratio over the same time. It is
rubber meeting the road.
It is really the best on best when we get going. Who's going to win that strategic battle will decide the game.
I love it. I cannot wait. Again, there's been some games over the years. Again, last year Green Bay comes to mind because McCarthy was so hyped about it, but it's been a while. Just on an entertainment standpoint, I don't really care who wins. My juices have been flowing like this.
Feels playoff-ish.
Yes, for sure.
Hey, coming up, speaking of playoff-ish, guess who's coming home, Astro fan? We're talking playoffs. You can pay attention if you'd like, Edwin. Moving on with the baseballs, and the real baseball playoffs are beginning as the sweeps were busy over the last couple of days. We're talking about it next. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You got the Commanders and the Bears tonight. You got a little fantasy action going. You got a little Bet US action going. Well, I got the place for you to watch it, and that is the Golf Club of Texas, the headquarters for your NFL watching, and they're not going to turn the TV off or the lights off until that last whistle is blown. Yes, Golf Club of Texas is a golf course, not a country club, but definitely country club feel. They got weddings. They got live music on Fridays. And, of course, the temperatures are dropping. It is going to be a fantastic weekend weather-wise, especially if you're a Texan like us. And there's going to be a great, great time out there at the 10 Cup Bar. There's TVs all around the bar, full bar, beautiful views. I can't think of a better place to watch the Red River Rivalry than at the 10 Cup Bar. 11 in the morning, 70 degrees, maybe low 80s. It's going to be a good time out at Golf Club of Texas. And if you want to play a little bit of golf, you don't care about football, fine. Go to golfcluboftexas.com and book your rates there, because that is the best place and the best rates for a golf round. And we got a little bit of rain today, so it's already in good condition. I bet it's going to look even more fantastic this weekend. Check it all yourself out at golfclubtexas.com. That's the Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Accused of a crime? Our team of former prosecutors turned criminal defense attorneys can help you be a step ahead of your legal problems. The LaHood and Norton Law Group knows both sides of the criminal justice system. Our team is your best defense. Let us be your legal bodyguards. We can handle all criminal cases, state or federal. Call us to review your case at 210-797-7700.
Hey, listen up, sports bettors. This is Rob Thompson here to tell you about BetUS.com. You know, I only endorse one sportsbook, have for years. It's BetUS.com. And this year, they're celebrating 30 years of sports betting service with a deal I've never seen before. How about up to 30 risk-free bets available to you right now? That's risk-free bets. They're calling it Bet Protect. I'm calling it great. And if that's not enough, BetUS also offers the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus. And if you're coming with crypto, there's even more there. BetUS.com. They've been my book for a long time. Make them yours. Get started today by visiting BetUS.com. Or if you want to give them a call, let them do the typing while you talk. It's 1-800-MY-BET-US. That's 1-800-692-3887. That's BetUS.com, sportsbook and casino. It's where the game begins, and you need to begin right now. Go to 1-800-MY-BET-US. Go to 1-800-692-3887. Call them today. Let them do the typing. If you talk, BetUS.com, it's where the game begins.
There's a whole lot of savings going on now at Staples. During Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $150 on select office and desk chairs. And when you buy a chair, you save 25% on desks, storage solutions, and office accessories. Plus, your local Staples now accepts Amazon returns. And when you return an Amazon order at Staples, you receive a coupon for $10 off your next $30 Staples purchase. Now is definitely the time to save at Staples. Chair offer ends 10/28. In-store only. Exclusions apply on Amazon offer.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. so you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, do you know what makes Revive Men's Health San Antonio different? You. Every Revive treatment and medication is personalized just for you. Revive has the experts that guys go to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their daily performance. Since 2011, they've helped thousands of local men suffering with the symptoms of low T and ED. Their goal is simple: to get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. Your best performance requires more than generic ED medications or a low-dose testosterone booster at a low-ball price like you find online. Revive medications are custom compounded, affordable, and guaranteed to resolve your issues. Stop dealing with the symptoms of low T or ED. Book your T-check and exam today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit us at revivemenshealth.com.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from the Blitz, starting at 2 o'clock today. Big football weekend. Cowboys, Niners. Do the Cowboys need to add a running back? We'll ask Stephen Jones when he joins us at 4:30. The Bears play on Thursday Night Football. Rudy J., what do you want me to bring to your big watch party tonight, my friend?
The quarterback. A loss. That's what I want you to bring, a loss. I mean, whenever you got Russell Wilson's teammates saying, Russell came to us in the fourth quarter and said he can see that the Bears are scared and he can smell that they're nervous. Whenever Russell Wilson, failed quarterback these past couple seasons, feels like you're about to lose a game, yeah, you know you've hit rock bottom as a team when Russell Wilson's telling you that team is awful, yet he could sniff fear in the Chicago Bears. Russ, I'm here to tell you that fragrance you smell wasn't fear. That fragrance you smell was tank.
Well, I think that's what Russell knew, and he hoodwinked his teammates. Like, these fools don't want to win. Let's go win this one. Right. We need it. They don't care.
Exactly.
That's what he knew. He parsed it a different way. It's fear. No, they don't care.
Dude, did you see Marshawn Lynch on Club Shay Shay? He doubled down on Russ. He doubled down on him. He said, Russ had a bad game, and he reached out to player personnel, said, hey, let me get Russ's number. And they said, let me call you back. Next thing you know, Marshawn's waiting. Player personnel calls him back, said, hey, man, did you get a call? Marshawn said, no, man, the only person that's called me is from some blocked number. And the player personnel said, yeah, that's Russ. And he was like, what? He's calling me from a blocked number? And player personnel's like, yeah. And, so he answers, and he's like, yo, man, I just want to let you know, I'm here for you, and I want you to be there for me. And Russ kind of like just blew him off, like, okay, cool. And Marshawn was like, from then on, and then there was some stuff that went on at practice in Seattle where Pete Carroll told the team, y'all do not talk to Russ. I will talk to Russ. And that doesn't mean you're not a good guy.
No,
Rob.
It means you're not a good guy.
It means you're not a good teammate.
No, you're not a good guy.
Really? I have a hard time looking at Russ and being like he's a bad guy. He might be a bad teammate.
Don't talk to the quarterback. I'll talk to him.
Yeah. This is what Marshawn Lynch told Shannon Sharp, that Pete Carroll, because they had this whole accountability thing, and Sherman called him out. Words were exchanged. Pete comes to the team and says, nobody say anything to Russ. I'll handle it. You talk to this person, talk to that person, and we'll go talk to Russ. Just means you're a bad teammate. Don't mean you're a bad guy. I still leave my kids with him.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
My bar's a little different.
What do you mean? So if you're a bad teammate, you're a bad guy. Let's parse this.
No. You can be a very good teammate and be a bad guy. But I don't think you can be a bad guy. No.
I mean, you don't think you could be a good guy and be a
You can't be a bad teammate and be a good guy.
That's interesting.
Just because you donate and you pray doesn't make you a good guy. There's a lot of people try to buy their way in. You know what I mean? Just because you're standing and taking the right pictures in front of the right sign.
It's just when the guy that I see, it's just crazy. Like the guy that I see, I'm like, hey, man, that's Russell Wilson. Come here, man. Shake your hand. How you doing? To the guy that, the Broncos throw a party and he don't get invited. Like, that's weird. That is
Yes,
weird.
It
It says something about your character. It does say something about your character. I can no longer, when somebody shows you who they are, I guess at some point I gotta believe them, Rob.
We were going to talk baseball.
Yeah, we can talk.
But no. I want to go on with the personality side of the business because I think I was sold a bill of goods with Russell. Because early on, I was a huge fan.
See, I was blaming Michael Bennett and Richard Sherman. Like, oh man, I know those guys are a little high strung. I know how they can be. Was it?
That's right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, those guys did. Then he gets to Denver and I'm hearing about them throwing parties and he's not invited. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then Marshawn Lynch, look, there's a lot of things Marshawn Lynch is. I don't consider him just making up stories about Russell Wilson and being a liar, one of them.
No.
Marshawn Lynch don't give a damn about anything. You know what I mean? So why would he make up a story about Russell Wilson calling him from a block number? And now it makes sense why he didn't hand the ball off. Now I think you audibled out.
That's my quarterback.
Damn, Russ.
Ain't nobody crying over Russell. Coming back, let's eat some of that gumbo. Let's ride into the fantasy weekend. And do you care about tonight? Is there a reason to dive in? We might give you a number or two, and we'll tell you why next. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Texas A&M football is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday at 1:30 p.m. It's the Aggies and Bama in an SEC battle. Presented by Ewald Kubota, Just Pots, ABC Home and Commercial Services, The Angry Elephant, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. Choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At the Home Depot, Saturdays are about two things: getting projects done right with Behr Premium Plus interior paint
and football.
That's right, Kirk Herbstreit. And with Behr's wall-to-wall coverage and long-lasting durable finish, you'll spend less time worrying about your walls, which means more time for football. Upgrade your Saturday with Behr and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
The future of joint pain relief is here, and it's QC Kinetics, advanced regenerative medicine. This is amazing stuff. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star. If you've been told more steroids or surgery are your only options, don't be so fast with that. Get a second opinion and learn how you can harness your body's healing agents that attack the joint pain. I'm talking lasting relief. QC Kinetics doesn't mask the pain. These treatments go to the very root of the problem using concentrated healing properties placed directly into your joints to restore and repair the damaged tissue. Imagine living your life this fall with no more pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, your back, no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery, best of all. Listen, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Call the local medical professionals and get a free consultation. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Call 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys online at CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a classic NFC showdown when Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears head to the nation's capital to take on Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Bears and the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
This Sunday, the big game is finally here as the Cowboys take on the 49ers, and we're pre-gaming at Twin Peaks. Join us this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Live Oak location starting at 3. Frosty 29-degree beers, tasty bites made from scratch out of the kitchen, and the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Plus, we've got your chance to win Shinedown and Papa Roach tickets. So come Sunday Fun Day with us as we broadcast live at the Twin Peaks Live Oaks location. With wall-to-wall screens, there's never a bad seat in the house. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Your home for the Cowboys.
Touchdown all the way, runs it in for the touchdown.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Leclerc comes to the belt. He kicks. He fires. He struck him out looking, and the ball game's over. The Rangers have swept the Wild Card Series and are heading to Baltimore for the Division Series.
That's right. Those Rangers are headed up to Baltimore to face those Orioles. But tonight on San Antonio Sports Star, we got Chicago Commanders. It all gets started on 94.1 at 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam.
I want some rest.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, happy Small Friday to you. This is
Yes,
R&R in the morning. He's Rudy. I'm Rob. And yeah, you made it to Thursday. We're going to help you with your gambling game a little bit after 9 o'clock. We are going to be joined by, I want to get his name right. It is, his name Junior?
Yes. Junior.
It is Junior Brown of BetUS.com. Our only book will join us as we sled into the weekend. You might not even have to use Bet Protect on these. We're bringing in the
put some money in y'all's pockets as your friend.
Because that might be the only reason you watch the game tonight. What did Bezos pay for this whole Thursday Night Football thing?
I don't know. Oh, no, it got to be more than 100. That's
let's
cheap.
see here. $67 million per regular season game. That's what it's costing.
And that's every week. So 67 times 17, that's a whole lot of money.
That's a fair amount. And when you get the likes of the the Chicago Bears leading the way, you get a lot of rooftops. You get a lot of attention.
Well, see, the thing about it is the Commander fan still feels like, hey, you know what? We're not that far away. We're okay. Bear fan now is tuned in to make sure we lose. So you're still going to do a number. Now, there's no Swifties showing up, but you're still going to do a number because both teams, and there's, there's Scary Terry. I'm trying to think of the people, okay, because there's some people that bought into Justin Fields. You drafted him. You drafted Cole Kmet. You drafted Scary Terry. You drafted Brian Robinson. So there's some fantasy reasons there. And of course, gambler guy gets action anytime he can. So even though this is on paper looks like, oh God, this is disgusting, Prime is still going to do numbers. It's the NFL. It's still going to do 20. They'll do 20 million easy.
I think they're hoping.
No, they'll do 20. We'll revisit. Remind us to look this up tomorrow, Edwin. They'll do 20.
You know,
and it's a stream, so it's easier to get. You know, you can get it right there at your.
I think a lot of us are tuning in tonight just to see how bad Justin Fields is. So
you've had to find him on the network on the Red Zone or whatever. So you haven't seen him, but you want to see it for yourself.
Been on Red Zone very often.
No,
I've seen their defense a fair amount.
Yeah, there you go.
But I haven't seen that offense much.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of us like that. That I haven't seen the Bears. I've seen the lowlights. I've seen the fumbles. I've seen the interceptions. Is he as bad as I think he is? That's where
I don't know if it's him or if it's his coach or if it's his OC. I don't know what it is, but he looks bad, and we blame quarterbacks.
So I think there's a lot of us that are going to tune in tonight just to see that. Just is he really?
I want to see Sam Howell too. You know, I know he had that game where they really got their faces beat in, but other than that, he's looked decent. Philly game, he looked good. Yeah, he looked
near win last week.
Yeah, they almost beat Philly, so he's looked good. But they did have that one game where they threw up. Was that Buffalo? That was Buffalo, right, where they wet the bed. But other than that, Sam Howell, he looks better than Justin Fields.
So there are intrinsic NFL reasons to watch. But if you're putting record on record in playoff matters,
but if you don't have fantasy or money on the game, why were you watching tonight? I know there's no baseball tonight.
It's all about.
So I guess there's just nothing else to watch, and you're a sports fan.
Well, it's all about Fields. It is good, bad, or indifferent. He is the most important name of the night.
But why do you want to watch that? I've watched it a lot.
Dude, I slow down for accidents. I'm the guy you hate.
You made me spit coffee on myself.
I mean,
you made me get coffee all over my face.
Sorry. I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't mind watching a car wreck every now and again. But
dude, like again, I'm gonna watch it, but I totally understand if you watch the David Beckham Netflix, or you watch the Lioness, or you've like, you know what, we've been meaning to catch up on this. I fully get that. Then I think most people are tuning in to laugh.
Seriously.
Then you also have the million guys that know a Commander fan and you want to be able to text him, or a Bear fan and you want to be able to text him like, hey man, y'all do look bad. This is my first time really sitting down watching y'all. Y'all bad, bro. I'm sorry. So you got that. So again, they'll do 15, 20 million just off of default.
I'll tune in just to see if the Commanders wear that black uniform.
I love that. I think they have the best uniforms in the league.
Do. They really have done a good job.
That one and the all-white Cincinnati is fire, too. The all-white Cincinnati. Now, the offense ain't, Cincinnati's only scoring 12 points a game, which is disgusting. But that uniform is fire as well. And the Texans red.
The Texans battle red.
Battle red is fire.
It looks really good. And as far as around the NFL, no Burrow on the injury report. He's fully functioning, at least.
So I got to stop using that as an excuse?
Well, the Bengals have to. You don't do that.
So if you're not going to list them, then now I got to talk about you then, Burrow. Like, remember, and let's keep in mind, Rob, they just gave him the bag. The bag.
Biggest bag we've ever seen.
Right. The highest paid player of all time. So now if y'all not gonna listen to an injury report, now I gotta criticize him. And I don't want to do that to a fellow cigar smoker, but I will.
NFL's never been accused of running from publicity and jumping on the Taylor Swift train. Boy, they were first on, man. They were
you know what I appreciated? You know what I appreciated about this, Rob? That they didn't lie to us. The NFL is known to be liars. I mean, they lied to players for years about concussions. But when asked about the whole Taylor Swift fiasco and why they're covering it, they said, we frequently change our profile imagery based on what's happening in and around our game, as well as culturally. The Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce news has been a pop culture moment we leaned into in real time, as it's an intersection of sports and entertainment, and we've seen an incredible amount of positivity around the sport. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the fact that y'all yes, we have decided we're going to run with this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing. Because, the NFL, look, they lie a lot. What? We're not blackballing Colin Kaepernick.
Well, they didn't jump in on that cultural moment. They didn't dive right in on the moment that would have You want to talk about black Twitter? You'd have had them. Yeah, had them 6 years ago. You'd have had them all. They chose not to then.
The NFL is known to lie. Like, what? We're not blackballing running backs. Liars. So the fact that the NFL told the truth, like, yes, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift is a thing, and we're not gonna run from it. We're gonna roll with it.
And poor Travis Kelce got chewed up in the media machine that is the NFL. Y'all lighten up on my burgeoning love affair.
Is the NFL overdoing it? What is your honest opinion?
I think everybody's just like overwhelmed
your feelings
with
for Taylor. What is your honest opinion on how the NFL is treating celebrities at games?
I think it's fun when they show who all is at the game. You know, I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. But at the same time, I think
they're overdoing it.
They're overdoing it a little bit for sure, especially my situation.
Right.
I think they're just trying to have fun with it, and a lot of the people watching. Go ahead, let's hear it.
I just think the NFL's not used to celebrities coming to the games.
Not of this.
Like basketball has it figured out.
True.
They're all courtside. They're sitting there.
True.
They show them once or twice, and then they get back to the game. The NFL is like, oh, look at all these A-list celebrities
so
in the game.
true.
Keep showing them, show them. Dude, listen. You show them once, let them know they're there. Maybe after a touchdown, you get a little clip, but you can't be overboard with it.
Yeah.
People are there to watch the game, right?
Yeah, they're not there to get thrown on TV.
That was Travis on Pat McAfee yesterday.
No, that was the Kelce pod.
Oh, the Kelce pod. Was that McAfee talking though?
No, that was his brother. That was the
like
center.
McAfee.
That was the center. No, I look. I see what Jason Kelce was saying. Was like, hey, the NBA hasn't figured out. But this is the thing. There's some mega stars that go to the games, but as far as okay, there's the team that just won the title. This is different. Even though the NBA has Denzel Washington, Jay-Z, they've had Beyonce, they have every star that you could Adele is dating Rich Paul for Pete's sake. So look, they've had everything, but this is different. This is different because it's a relationship. Now the NBA is not doing segments on Kim Kardashian coming to the game. Like the NBC did a segment on Taylor Swift right before kickoff. So I get where Jason Kelce's coming from. Like, man, the NFL ain't used to this. You could tell. No, the NFL realizes that Taylor Swift is probably bigger than anybody that the NBA seen on their sidelines.
You know, it's funny. When this first started, I'm a cynic, and I do believe that there's a little bit of let his people talk to my people and let's really put something on. I think there was a coordinated effort for the Jet game. No, I think they're dating.
Oh.
And the first time I think was cute. I think it was, I'll fly over and we'll see. This will be cool.
Yeah.
And I'll sneak in and out in a popcorn box and we'll do it.
It'll be cool.
The second time seemed like a man-made media event. And not only will Taylor be there.
That's the NFL's fault, though.
But she's going to, oh, no, not fault. They were behind the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah. And Taylor, will you show up with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds too? Can you do that? Yeah. So
then we'll put the State Farm guy up there for Jake from State
Farm guy sitting beside. And then to add to the flavor of the gumbo, we're going to make sure Mama Kelce is involved with all this.
And then we're going to throw in Brittany Mahomes, and y'all are going to act like y'all have been known each other for 6 years.
So with that in mind,
I just applauding the NFL for not lying.
And I was asking when this began. Yeah, yes.
Thank you, because they're liars.
Has this happened in sports in the United States recently? And it's funny, I tuned in and watched a little bit of that Beckham special, and there was him when he first started dating Tosh Spikes.
Considering how big soccer is, that's huge.
I didn't know this. I wasn't following soccer in the 90s. I had no idea. And that seemed pretty damn big. I mean, that affected his team. I mean, it was.
I got to watch that special because she was talking about that she told him they were pregnant for the first time right before his biggest game of his career against Argentina. I got to see how that played out. Like, oh, thanks, babe. Like you couldn't wait till right after the game. Like you're going to call me in the locker room and tell me I'm expecting my first child before I go face the Argentinians. Appreciate you.
And what did he say? I think they're overdoing it a bit, but they're just trying to have fun with it.
Yeah, look. I would do the same. If I was NBC, Fox, CBS, I'm going to sit there and tell you I would do the same and not apologize for it.
I hope those two get together. Don't you wish?
Dude, I give Travis another 3-4 weeks.
Oh, be not lifetime.
This is a
who
bit
carries
much.
the Kardashians? What channel is that? Bravo?
Now it's Hulu.
Hulu? Hulu is praying to the media gods that these two get together, because there's probably 5-10 years of TV in this.
Easy.
There's, behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's not a bigger pop star right now. It's her and it's Beyonce, and that's it.
Well, soon to be rivaled by our own San Antonio Victor Wembanyama, and he is Victor until he gets 30.
That's right.
Victor went through day 2 of practice yesterday, and he has been baptized. He let us know he's gotten it. And he is, in fact, learning his new role, and it does not include limitations. He speaks it. We listen. It's coming up next. Victor Wembanyama, straight from the Rock. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How you feeling this morning? Did you step out of the shower washed clean in the water of Connecticut water softeners? I live up in northwest San Antonio, out in the county. I live on a well, and I'm talking to all you well owners right now. If you're not using a water softener, I guarantee you are about to replace your washing machine, your dishwasher. You probably got some pipes clogged up in between there, and oh my goodness, I can't imagine what you're drinking. Now, the water tastes good coming out of our aquifer. I'm proud of that. It makes some good sweet tea and some fine beer, but that stuff that comes along with it, I do not want in my pipes. I don't want it in my mouth. I don't want it on my hair and my skin. I don't want it turning my whites gray. I don't want any of that. I tell you why I have a Connecticut. That's one of the primary reasons. See, a Connecticut water softener designed and made in the United States works off Connecticut energy. You don't plug it in. And the way it works really applies to what we deal with here in San Antonio, South Texas. Our water is hard. It needs to be softened. And those that have a Connecticut know they have the very best. And it's the last one they're ever going to own. When you buy a Connecticut, they say it. I believe it. As the last water softener I'm ever going to own, I can say that because of not only do I have a quality piece of equipment, I have the warranty to back it up. And apples to apples, you're not going to find any better. You want one? How about free of charge for the next 90 days? Dial this number, 656-PURE. 656-PURE. You can call Connecticut here in San Antonio. And Mr. Knippa and fam are going to send out a workman, put in a brand new Connecticut water softener in your home. You're going to find out over the next 90 days what I know. It's the last water softener you need. Call 656-PURE. Go to Connecticut SA for all the details. But let me tell you, this is a chance you don't get very often. Find the best, put it in your home, and prove it to yourself. Call them today, 656-PURE. I know you're going to be thanking me later.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Niners at 6 p.m.
4th and goal, man in motion left to right, inside, a play action, bootleg to the left, Prescott all the way, runs it in for the touchdown, and he's fired up.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Junk Law, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one? No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo, and auto security headquarters. You got to get to Mother's Window Tint right now, because if you do, it's National Pizza Month, and we're going to give you a free 18-inch one-topping pizza from Sophia's Pizzeria. Go to Mother's Window Tint today and get your windows tinted. Buy an alarm system and make sure you get a free pizza from Sophia's Pizzeria while you're there. Remember, do it at Mother's and save.
WeatherGuard, the name that stands for unmatched security in truck boxes, is now making a name for itself on the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series circuit. WeatherGuard is the official sponsor of the safety and security work crews at Speedway Motorsports tracks across the country. Engineered to meet the demands from job sites to race sites, WeatherGuard truck boxes feature double welded seams, weather-tight seals, and high security latches and locks. If it's a job worth doing, it's a job worth WeatherGuard. Learn more at weatherguard.com/truck.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a classic NFC showdown when Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears head to the nation's capital to take on Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Bears and the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Is your AC working but the house is still uncomfortable? Call Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning. Your AC cools, but it can't defend against humidity alone. Take control of your home comfort with a whole home dehumidifier and save $3,000. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a furnace and AC made by Carrier. Turn to the experts and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installation. Visit Airtron.com for terms and conditions. Savings cannot be combined with any other promotion. License number TACLA 000399898C.
Give me more! Look, I don't know who you was with before me, but this is all I got.
San Antonio, award-winning actor, producer, and comedian Chris Tucker is coming to the Majestic Theater November 2nd, the Legend Tour. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
It's the Hendon Mob Series. It's the Fall Classic Series. 11 different events, September 25th through October 22nd. You know I'm only talking about one place. You know I'm talking about SA Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio. And their Fall Classic Series is going to be a doozy. We're talking about big-time, no-limit hold'em tournaments. Also, they're going to keep the free roll in there for the little guys like myself. But we're talking about 1,000 guaranteed, 15,000 guaranteed, 50 and all the way up to 200,000. SACardhouse.com. Check it all out yourself. It is the premier card house. And when you're playing this much poker, you know you're going to have to get over to Foster's Bar and Grill, get you a little something to eat, get you a little something to drink to kind of refuel yourself. Check it out at SACardhouse.com. The Hendon Mob Series. It's the Fall Classic Series at the premier card house in San Antonio. SACardhouse.com. SACardhouse.com.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
I love San Antonio, man. I love it.
On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It has begun.
What? Why have I not heard this?
Oh,
All
just
right.
keep this on.
All right, let's roll this.
This
roll
should
this,
be
roll
my
this in the
alarm.
background.
This is what I need when I wake up in the morning.
Roll this in the background, though. Let's talk Wimby with his song running in the background.
One day,
we're gonna make somebody start drinking. Is what we're gonna do.
we're going to be sitting on Commerce, honking the horn, and this is going to be loud. One day, my brothers.
Hey, now, easy.
If
easy,
we hold
cowboy.
tight and stick to the plan.
Easy, cowboy.
Dion did it in about 90 days.
Right.
God did it in 7 or 6. I mean,
where we
Pop's
are?
close to that. What are we going to give him? A year?
I'll give him 3. What? Oh, they're spelling Spurs.
I was like, is there a...
Appreciated that one.
This feels good.
I like that song.
Wimby on day
Not
2 of
really.
practice is
Not really.
a fully functioning spur.
What does that even mean, fully functioning? He's
He's
been
a-
fully functioning since we won the lotto.
Well, you know, he
just ingratiated. He's
well,
been
he-
around the city.
He became a fully functioning spur when he dyed his hair blonde.
Well, he became a fully functioning show hand. You got to keep him away from Jeremy.
When he and Jeremy had a sleepover and they did each
Yeah.
other's hair.
And they just play Call of Duty all night. Like, think about that. Like, you know, former NBA players like, hey man, where we going? Like, let's go hit the town. Let's go, sneak in the back door.
Dude,
hey,
you
man,
know I'm 7'3", right?
Bring your headset. Bring your headset and some nachos. We're gonna play COD
and some peroxide.
Yeah, we're gonna play COD all night. Like what?
I'll dye your hair. We're gonna play some games.
I'm sure there was some ladies watching.
No. 19-year-old millionaire teenagers.
No,
there's no women involved. What are you talking about?
Did you see his shoes?
What
did you think? Speaking of Wemby, I mean, it's not his shoe, but Nike made
it's
the
the
shoe.
Nike Wemby. But you're right. He doesn't have an official shoe yet. Nom de plume
But
on his shoe.
It's the Wemby.
It is. I don't dislike it.
That means you hated it.
No,
Just say it, bro.
I didn't. It's very it's got a very Euro aesthetic.
It feels Giannis-y.
A Euro
It
aesthetic.
feels Giannis-y, yeah.
I don't know what that aesthetic is. I can't quite put my fingertip on it, but when I saw it, I thought, yeah, that was a guy who has a European kind of aesthetic who said, yeah, I like that.
Now, did they make it with his frame and build and run and in mind? Or did the Nike just throw something together and put a swoosh on it? Because Nike's known to just throw something together and throw a swoosh on it.
It's a fine line you walk when you do that. When you say, because remember what,
like he runs because your Under Armour made the Steph Curry specifically for his horrible ankles.
And you know what? It worked.
It worked, yeah.
But it didn't work for Nike in the Zion because,
that's the Jordan. Those suck.
Well, those are Nike.
Yeah, it's okay. Fair.
And, they had the blowout while at Duke. Remember the shoe just like blew up underneath him. And then they came back and they said they redesigned and he's got a Nike specifically designed for the torque that
see, they worked for LeBron because he's a big dude. Like he hadn't had any issues. Like the LeBrons have worked. Like I hate them. But I would never wear a pair of LeBrons. They're terrible. But it worked for his frame.
Do you want to be the shoe that, let's say he breaks his foot?
Oh Lord, no.
The picture of him on the ground holding his foot and it's a Nike swoosh on there. So it's a fine line you walk.
When you say this is specifically for, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to go all in on this is going to save his career and then it doesn't.
Yeah, because like, okay, he runs heel to toe, he rolls inward. Like, because when I got my first pair of Under Armour, like the guy gave me a whole rundown. Like, okay, he made me stand up. He's like, okay, you're flat footed. Let's bring you over here. Because at that time I was running a lot. Okay, so you run like this. This is you run inward.
Pronate? I don't know what that means, but I've been told
it was
that
like,
I do.
I was like, okay, Under Armour, like if y'all shoes look good, y'all be on to something. But they don't. Y'all make great underwear.
They do.
Those underwear last 10 years. But yeah, back to Wemby.
No, back to his shoe.
Yeah, back to his shoe.
And that just kind of highlights the idea of what he is and the spotlight that's on him. And as the weight of the NBA is about to land squarely on his shoulders, what's on his plate specifically for the Spurs is going to be interesting to watch. The positions he plays, how Pop kind of gets him involved in the offense. And he talked about what's on his plate, whether there's more or less there.
That's great.
It's changed from my days in France for sure, because I got to worry about a ton of less stuff.
What?
Last year,
he cussed.
Last
You
year,
didn't
I
know
wasn't
it.
just a player.
He's new to
I was
English.
also a GM. I had to make sure the floor was clean before we had to practice. I had to make sure my teammates were lifting. I had to make sure of a whole lot of other stuff. So now I'm really more free, and I'm really, when I come in the morning, I know there's going to be physios and coaches to take care of me, no matter the hour of the day. And so my mind is more at rest than last year.
So he was sweeping the floors and making sure his teammates were lifting. So I guess this is a vacation.
You was raised right. You was raised right.
But hold on. Can I talk to the people in charge of Mets 92? So the person responsible for putting all the world eyeballs on you, you got him sweeping the floor? Okay. I can appreciate it.
He was raised right.
He was raised right. I get it, but damn.
It's amazing to think.
But less on his plate. I thought he had one of those plates where your cousin is gonna leave in 30 minutes, gets it Thanksgiving. One of them plates where it's like he got to hold it with two hands. I thought that's what his plate felt like coming to the NBA, because the entire world, not just the NBA, the entire world is waiting to see you. Half are waiting to see you fail, half want you to succeed. So for him to say is less on his plate coming over here, That was the biggest shock from what I heard yesterday.
Let's ask him this question at the end of the season.
Or 2 years from now. 3 years,
Well, yeah, Victor, you just got here.
Well, he just happened to not have
began.
a dust mop. When you've been dust mopping for 3 years, I guess you're like, hey, wait. I'm sure he went and grabbed the dust mop, and Pop looked at him, what are you doing? I'm about to dust the floor before we go practice. And he's like, dude, we don't do that here.
I wonder how many
Put that
floors
dust mop up.
Scoot Henderson's busted over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I had to, man. In the G League, man. This is upper class over here at the G League.
Well, I'm telling true. What I'm saying is, you wonder why Pop loves Euro players. These guys come out of a system where they're sweeping floors. I don't care how big you are.
Yeah,
that's your job. And they had him tasked as everybody knew he was the best player. Did you hear him say, "I was the one that was responsible making sure my guys were lifting"?
I know. Like you.
See, I love that. When I heard that, that's good people.
I need to talk to. I need third-party verification from somebody on Mets.
Well, he didn't
92.
say he was lifting.
Okay, thank you.
He didn't say he was responsible for making sure everybody else was lifting.
Like, how's the guy that don't lift responsible for the people making sure they lift? Stop it.
Yeah, they had to find a reason to get him in the room.
Stop it.
Because he wasn't.
Now,
he's pushing about 60 pounds anyway.
Right. Now, something that feels contrived and feels forced and feels like a reach to me,
No,
Rob.
it's not. It's not, man.
Because they're
We
the
need
same
this.
height. Like, where did this? Well, is there a possible rivalry with Oklahoma City standout Chet Holmgren?
Yeah, a little bit. I think there's a lot of talent coming, either that's already been developing in the league for a couple of years or coming this year or even coming in next years. And Chet Holmgren, he's a really good player. I played against him once.
When?
A couple of years back. But of course, he's part of the great players of this generation, I'd say.
So this had to be Chet on one of these under 18 the American
it was probably
teams
some
playing
kind
the
of
France
travel
team.
tournament, maybe a Nike Hoop Summit.
Okay, or did Gonzaga play Mets 92?
No, he said a couple years. This would be before Gonzaga, I would bet. I bet it was a high school, one of those Nike ABC
What the hell was
Hoop
Victor
Summit.
doing in there?
Are you kidding? What do you mean?
Okay. Okay.
These guys have been sniffing around.
But why are we trying to make? Is it because of the same height?
Well, yeah.
I think more of the rivalry is with Houston, regardless of height. Houston is mad at us.
That's different. Monday night,
preseason,
Monday night.
Yeah,
there better be. The NBA gods, I hope, have dispensed this order. At some point, we need a 4 down. Everybody clear out. We want Wemby and Chet one-on-one at the top. Oh, gosh.
Because
want
they're the same
this.
height and build?
Yes. I want to see two of them that look like this go at it one-on-one at the top of the key. I want to see crossover Hezzy.
Now, what if Chet busts his ass?
That's fine. I don't care. I want to see it. That ain't going to happen.
Just be clear. If he's healthy, Chet's nice.
Yes.
Chet is nice. All right. Like, let's not, I don't know if he want that smoke yet.
We want smoke. We want it. And I'd kind of like to see Wemby get a little embarrassed.
Just to get baptized?
Yeah, you get
okay.
But we make no mistake, there better be a 4 down.
I would say it on both sides.
Yes.
I would say on both sides. I need to see it on both. But then again, I can see OKC being like, dude, you're coming off list, Frank. You ain't playing.
Well, there is that. And but I'm not sure you want your guy to get embarrassed by the other guy. But make no mistake, for every I was going to make a very bad Star Wars comparison.
Oh my God.
You got to have an enemy. There has to be.
Yeah, his name
there
is.
There has to be a magic for a bird. There has to be.
His name is Jabari Smith and those guys. Anyways.
Micah is in front of the mic again, and when he starts talking, it is always great to listen to. Coming back, he talks about the value and the importance of a San Francisco win. Is it a statement game? He'll tell you what he thinks about it. And how do you make Brock Purdy a one-dimensional football player? The Cowboys getting ready for the game of the week of the year, at least for the week. We're talking about it. Cowboy Talk coming. You're on R&R. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Listen up, sports better. Rudy J here, and I got to tell you about mine and Rob's favorite sportsbook and casino, and the only one we choose to endorse, and that is BetUS.com. And we want you to celebrate with us the 30th year of sports betting services with a special offer this football season, up to 30 risk-free bets. Yes, 30 risk-free bets. It's called Bet Protect. And if you're a procrastinator, fine. We were already 5 weeks into the season, but still go sign up today. Biggest sign-up bonus in the business at 125% and the 250% casino bonus if you like to get a little action on the tables. And the game's always more exciting with the bet. You can take it to another level at betus.com with the live in-game betting. Get started today by visiting betus.com or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US. MyBetUS.com, the sportsbook and casino where the game begins.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Fly by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. On game day, you never have to decide which teams to watch, only what combination of bites, burgers, wings, and more to order. Plus, where else are your favorite draft beers always poured at a frozen 29 degrees? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Draft the ultimate lunch lineup starting at $7.99. Choose from a combination of half sandwiches, soups, salads, and more. Only at Twin Peaks.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. In the short amount of time I have to talk to you, I want you to remember 2 things. First, if you or a family member is injured in an auto collision, remember, you need to call an attorney as soon as you can after the collision. I don't have enough time to tell you the many, many reasons why, but trust me, the earlier you contact an attorney, the better. Second, when you call is as important as who you call. I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've been representing people injured in motor vehicle and trucking collisions for 28 years. Each placed their trust in me to do everything it takes to attain a just and fair recovery and to get honest, trustworthy legal advice. You can trust me to do the same for you. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400 or at my website, alawyerforus.com.
O'Reilly. Get ultimate durability and extreme weather performance with Rain-X Advantage wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Purchase a pair of Rain-X Advantage wiper blades and save $10, plus get 2 times O Rewards points. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Pro football player Travis Kelce is pressed for time during the football season, so he does 2 things at once. Whether it's grilling while mowing,
2 things at once,
or getting this season's updated COVID-19 shot at the same visit as his flu shot.
2 things at once.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season's COVID-19 shot at the same visit as your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Learn more and schedule at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Tiffany absolutely hated her job.
I was living paycheck to paycheck on a dead-end job that I did not like.
She'd been considering a change with My Computer Career.
I was able to qualify for financial aid.
Just 2 nights a week in a classroom and studying from anywhere online opened up a whole new world to her.
I get job offers all the time. IT is practically recession-proof.
Become an IT pro in just months with 0 experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
I highly recommend My Computer Career.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu. This is 1 student's experience. Individual results vary.
Football season is back, and there's no easier way for you to get in on the action than with Underdog Fantasy and their great pick'em game. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. I love playing the pick'em game because you can a fantasy game, but the cash is real and it's legal in Texas. Pick between 2 and 5 players, whether they are going to go higher or lower on their stats, and you could win up to 20 times your money on a single entry by going 5 for 5. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Use my promo code STAR, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Plus, new customers will have a mystery special pick live in their Pick'em lobby. That's Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code STAR, and your first deposit up to $100 will be doubled, plus your special pick in the Pick'em lobby. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org. Go download the app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com.
If you can't sleep because of annoying knee pain, that's a problem. If you stop running because your feet always hurt, that's a problem. If your elbow, shoulder, and neck pain make it impossible for you to do your job, that is a problem. And it's time to finally do something about it. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. No medications, no injections. Arasti treatment is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, we accept most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
He's Rudy. I'm Rob. This is R&R. We're glad you're with us here. Man, I'm having trouble today on 94.1 San Antonio Sports
You
Star.
almost broke your damn headset. You all right?
I'm stumbling around, fumbling words.
You need some coffee? No, you don't really do coffee anymore.
Well, it's, I only do the good. I only go to rooftop bars.
Oh, sorry.
And I only drink French press coffee, Rudy.
Okay.
That's a good way of just like avoiding all of it because I can't afford nor find rooftop bars or French press coffee. Who wants to have some fun? You want to have some fun?
Always.
I hope everybody out there wants to have some fun because I hear Chris Tucker's a fun guy.
Is he?
He's funny. He talks in a very high-pitched manner that kind of gets a little much.
Agreed.
He's on tour. These actors had to make some money as the strike was on. So Chris Tucker hit the road to pay the mortgage.
Hell, Adam Sandler was doing something.
Yeah, they're coming. So the Legend Tour Pay the Mortgage 2023 is coming to the Majestic on November the 2nd. And I got a couple tickets for you right now. 656-3776 is the device number you use for you early birds, you people with a purpose. This is for you. Chris Tucker tickets at the Majestic on November the 2nd. Get them right now. Be caller number 6. And you'll be there. And if you don't win them now and don't win them for the rest of the week, go to livenation.com for all the details. I got McDonald's gift cards, $50 worth to give away in the next hour, and you can go enjoy a brand new Loki meal. Get on your device, win yourself some tickets. That's what we do here on San Antonio Sports Star. Micah is a destructive individual. He takes apart football teams, and he likes to talk about it during the week.
Sure.
We asked this question earlier.
I think you asked Archer and Clarence about him breaking down.
And it's worthy of discussion.
No, it's very, very much so.
Do you think it's something that he talked about it in the regular season, but it's easy to talk a good game. And then when you're in the middle of a game where you are just destroying the other team, say, it's time for you to sit down.
No, I mean, when you look at it from Micah's perspective, you're like, look, I worked all off season to make sure I lasted and not broke down toward the end of the season. So if I'm in a game, I'm trying to look at it from his lens. If I'm in a game late, that's a blowout that, there's really no reason for me to be out there. This is what I trained for. This is why I put my body through what I put my body through. So, but from where I'm sitting, it just looks selfish.
And you'd be right.
And you're stat padding. And
you'd be right.
Yeah, and I didn't understand him being in that game versus the Patriots that late. It was Zappy was out there. I didn't get it. But if I'm trying to put, look at things from both sides, Mike is like, dude, I put my body through this. I gained weight. I ate clean. This is why I did all of this damn training. Let me put it to use. Trying to be nice. It's 49 Cowboy week. I'm trying to be positive, Rob. I'm trying to be positive. I'm negative. I use enough negative stuff all week long. I'm trying to be real. Positive.
When you look at where Micah stands on defense and looking at this offense, finding a way to crack through what has been just a well-oiled machine on the offensive side of the ball, Micah tells us something's got to give.
Yeah, something has to give. Especially with Purdy, I don't think he's played perfect, but I think he's played really good, and I think there's opportunities there. People just haven't capitalized on, and he's been really terrific through past 2 years, and he's definitely solidified himself as one of them guys you have to watch, one of the top 15 quarterbacks and things like that. And Christian, I didn't think the way he always mindful of the ball, he's always high and tight. He always in Dr. Pepper mode. So,
This is good. Listen,
he's just really good. And, that's what you want out of your backs, guys, is going to protect the ball and not turn over. And same thing with Purdy. So, we got to try our best ability to kind of reverse their tricks that they've been on.
Can you explain Dr. Pepper mode? What is that for us uninitiated?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is just when you got, your two fingers on the time of the football, and anytime you ever see him in traffic, he's always like this, and he's not afraid to go down or fight for more yards.
Yeah, why is that?
That's what Bone calls it. I just follow my special
I'm
teams
glad you
meeting.
asked. I'm like, is my football IQ that low?
Dr. Pepper mode. He's always cut. Pretty much, it's a fancy. These football coaches, they're high press, blah blah blah. Pretty much says he protects the ball really well,
like you would protect a delicious strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper.
I like Dr. Pepper, not like you. I wish you looked at me the way you looked at cream and strawberry Dr. Pepper. You don't look at me that way.
Dude.
Anyway, am I missing out? But no, look, what I heard from Micah right there is in the most nice way possible without giving them locker room material. Ain't no heat been put to his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doubles down and calls him a top 15 quarterback. I don't know if that's a compliment.
So he ain't 16 and he ain't 14.
I'm a smart guy. I'm a smart guy, Rob. If you call a guy top 15 quarterback, you don't think he's that good. He doesn't think that Purdy has really been tested, and he called him a top 15. Hell, that's easy in the NFL. That's easy to be top 15. He didn't say 10, Rob. He didn't say 12. He went all the way down to 15, so that means you think he's 15.
I didn't catch that.
Yes. You don't think very highly of Brock Purdy, but he said it in a nice way.
He's top 50.
The lipstick on a pig.
That is so
like,
funny.
Hey, man, he really, he's had a great regular season, but, I don't – you stop tap dancing. Ain't nobody really got to him and put that heat to him and put him behind the sticks and really got ahead. So it's going to be important. If they want to get to Purdy and they want to rattle his cage, then that means Dakettes, whatever you want to call it, cape flying, put on your case flying. Dak needs to get them a lead. How about that? Get them a lead, and then let's see what Purdy's really made of. That's the only way, because if San Francisco's playing from ahead, you're not beating them. You're not coming from behind and beating San Francisco with the way they run the ball. It's going to be imperative that Dak and the boys get them a lead, and then let's let Micah and Dorrance and DeMarcus and these guys really pin their ears back and see what Purdy's really made of.
You brought up the other day that, you watch teams where one side of the ball is so extraordinarily dominant,
right,
that they're the reason you're winning.
Right.
And when you see the defense, and a lot of times when the defense is the dominant side of the ball, they start barking at the offense. Like, guys, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
I
don't consider this that type of team.
Not yet.
I don't get those personality vibes.
I don't expect that. But there is the sense that the defense is being a little bit more complimentary in this complimentary football thing than the offense is. That the offense needs to finally complement this defense. And to complement this defense, get a lead.
Yeah, and see, both teams are going to get off the field on third down situations. Both teams are going to get stops. I can see both teams creating some type of turnover. But who will capitalize off of it first and be more complimentary? Will it be Purdy or will it be Dak? Who will capitalize on, because these are two great defenses. And San Francisco is going to give Dak and Mike McCarthy fits, and Dallas is going to give Purdy and Kyle Shanahan fits. Who's going to capitalize on it first? But Shireen Williams, Mama Football, she sat down with Michael Gallup yesterday, and I want your thoughts on this. She was asking, why does it feel like Cooks is being underutilized? And Gallup gave an interesting response in the fact that he's like, look, if Brandon Cooks is on the field, he's a threat. You've got to account for him. Everybody thinks he's going to go over the top. So regardless whether he's catching passes or not, He's out there and he's contributing.
He's a threat.
Now, is that what I brought him in here for, to be a decoy?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I thought I brought him in here to actually catch passes.
He is. He's making plays.
Slater on with Minix yesterday, she was like, "Look, I'm not cool with that."
Well, I think there needs to be an attempt, but you have to realize that you're making a difference. Now you
calling Brandon Cooks Matt Bonner? Because when Matt nobody understood Matt Bonner. Everybody's like, why is he on the team? Well, because he opens up the floor.
Yes.
So you're okay with Brandon Cooks being Matt Bonner?
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Matt Bonner was on championship team after championship team.
I liked Matt Bonner's role with this team.
How many teams did Brandon Cooks played for in his career?
79.
Okay. I mean, dude.
79.
There's a reason everybody wants you, because you do play a role. And if you're going to
see both sides. I see Michael Gallup's side, but I also see Jane Slater's side, and like, wait,
but here's the problem.
I want to get some usage out of him.
And it's so great that things can apply to professionals that they can to 12-year-olds. You know what I mean? When kids, I'm being double teamed. That's good. They're being double teamed. They're afraid of you. But eventually you're going to be in the position where they're going to finally ask, is it worth double teaming you? Is it worth? And at that moment, it's up to Dak and Cooks to be ready for it's time to go up downfield. But if he's pulling a safety and getting under coverage and over the top, brother, you're doing your job. But when the moment they don't pull that safety, it's up to Dak to find him, and then we'll discuss. But right now, don't complain. You're doing exactly as this offense was intended. Well, the open guy will get it. And right now, they're paying a lot of attention to you. Eventually, they won't.
I need some time to think on that. Because in the grand scheme of thing, Rob, the $12 million that they're paying is crumbs, because top flight receivers now get over 20.
He's a mercenary.
But
he's a merc.
So not a part of you didn't want to see what?
I do.
Because remember all season, oh my God, everybody's like, the speed, it's just the speed. Oh my God, he's a professional. He's there. He's in early. He's there late. He's so fast. Oh my God. I ain't seen it.
Well, he's a product of the environment he landed in. Unfortunately, he landed with a quarterback that was told, look, man, we're taking a lot of crap off your plate.
So why bring him in, Rob?
Because we need the threat. We need the threat. There's a reason why he has bounced. He's a mid-level wide receiver. He just happens to be the fastest one we got.
Damn.
So, dude, you want to complain? The moment's going to come. The moment's going to come, and with every another catch from Michael Gallup.
But see, the thing about it is, I just wonder, again, it sucks for Cooks, because now we're in this world where Mike McCarthy said, I'm cutting all the way down on turnover-worthy plays. So if you're Dak, do you even, when do you pick your spots to challenge and to test it and to test drive what you have in Brandon Cooks? Because you don't want it, because in the back of your mind, you're like, I can't turn it over.
Can't turn it over. Therein lies the witchcraft, right? Therein lies the essence of why you get paid.
But I'm
big bucks to wear the big boy pants.
A $12 million decoy is expensive to me.
It's a good decoy. I mean, it sounds like a turkey, looks like a turkey
from
far away.
I think Danny, I used to
close,
argue,
and it looks like it acts like a turkey.
I used to argue with people about Danny Green. Like, why is he there? He's Club Real. I was like, I get it, y'all. I understand where you're coming from, but the defense has to account for him.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was putting Brandon Cooks.
He's Danny Green. You just described him. Brandon Cooks is Danny Green. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. The dude's got more rings and more drawers from more different places. Why would I not want to be? You described him.
Touche.
We got a lot to do, and that was just part of it. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. I'm giving away Chris Tucker. Oh, we did it.
We already did it.
What else do I owe you? Shine down. Shine down coming.
Texas A&M football is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday at 1:30 p.m. It's the Aggies and Bama in an SEC battle. Presented by Ewald Kubota, Just Pots, ABC Home and Commercial Services, The Angry Elephant, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This Sunday, the big game is finally here as the Cowboys take on the 49ers, and we're pre-gaming at Twin Peaks. Join us this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Live Oak location starting at 3. Frosty 29-degree beers, tasty bites made from scratch out of the kitchen, and the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Plus, we've got your chance to win Shine Down and Papa Roach tickets. So come Sunday Fun Day with us as we broadcast live at the Twin Peaks Live Oaks location. With wall-to-wall screens, there's never a bad seat in the house. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB yet? Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds offer big, bold flavors like sea salt and cracked black pepper, spicy dill, and Korean barbecue. Bonus, you're going to love the low-carb, high-protein, bacony crunch. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Learn more at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
There are a lot of commercials these days touting drinks that improve your energy levels in order to get more done in your day. Wouldn't it be wonderful if there was a drink that raised your patience level, or a stick of gum that made you kinder? Or how about a mint that boosted your self-control? Unfortunately, those don't exist and probably never will, which means that humans will continue to struggle with issues like anger management. Not all anger is bad anger, but there is a variety that takes its toll on human beings every day of the week. Part of the anger problem is that people will admit that they're just about anything but angry. But we know anger when we see it, don't we? One psychiatrist has said that anger-related destruction of the human life and spirit is the incredible national disaster. One of the plainest teachings of the Bible deals with anger. Don't let the sun go down on your anger, or in other words, decide to do something about it. This is Mark Absher of the MacArthur Park Church of Christ, encouraging you to live each day less angry. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
Football season means grilling season, and Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks is your one stop for all your tailgating and home gating needs. With one of the best grilling sections, Five Oaks Ace Hardware has a huge selection of Traeger, Weber, Big Green Egg, and Blackstone, plus all your grill accessory needs with over 300 spices and rubs, over 20 brands of charcoal, wood chips, pellets, and everything you need for tailgating or home gating. Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
Hello. I am Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. Since 1994, I have helped people injured in car, truck, and motorcycle collisions right here in San Antonio. I don't have a clever nickname. I'm not the law lion, the law gun, the hammer, or some other tool. I'm a practicing attorney. When your life is upended literally by a negligent driver, it can be overwhelming. Dealing with insurance companies is, in my opinion, intentionally complicated and frustrating. Why? The fewer dollars the insurance companies pay, the more they get to keep for themselves. You need an experienced attorney to help you make the best decisions for yourself and your family. And that's what I do. That is who I am. Jason Thompson, a lawyer for us. I'm a phone call away, 210-900-0400. The call and the consultation are free with no obligations. My number again is 210-900-0400, or just remember, alawyerforus.com.
Shine Down, the Revolutions Live Tour continues. October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Shine Down Live.
It is Raymond and Austin on All-Star Sports Radio. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is celebrating their 30th year. The can't miss offer. 125% sign-up bonus, and up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protector. You can only get it from BetUS.com. An awesome offer for this season's wild plays.
Nice, like that infamous Tuck rule back in 2002.
Tuck rule, worst call in sports.
Man, you're like the old lady in the Titanic. It's been 21 years.
Hey, I'll be king of the world with Bet Protect. It's like having 30 get out of any Tuck rule shenanigans in my back pocket.
But your back pocket is usually empty, bro.
Keep your shoulder pads on. Is there anything else about BetUS you haven't told me?
The less you know, the better. BetUS has live in-game betting, a 200% crypto sign-up bonus, and online casino for some blackjack.
You've been holding back.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect this football season. Visit BetUS.com for the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. Or give them a call at 1-800-MY-BET-US to get started.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Tour a Meritage home to start living the dream of owning a new home. Each Meritage home is built with the energy and money-saving features like spray foam insulation and high-performance air filtration. Check out any of our communities across the San Antonio metro area and find the perfect fit to start a life built better. Go to meritagehomes.com/San Antonio to learn more and to schedule a private or virtual appointment today. That's meritagehomes.com/San Antonio. Actual energy savings and performance may vary. Meritage Homes is an equal housing opportunity builder.
This is Jim Rome. Have a take, don't suck on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Infielders in at the corners, and Scott drives one to right. That's deep. That is gone. A grand slam for Scott. Brink just broke. Thanks to Bryson Scott's base-clearing granny.
Phillies sweep the Marlins and now face their division foes in the Atlanta Braves. The Rangers swept the Rays, and they move on to the ALDS versus the Orioles this Saturday.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up, wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
That's Rudy. I'm Rob. Celebrate appropriately this small Friday by hanging out with us for the next couple of hours. We're talking NFL, looking around the league, looking at the Spurs training camp there at the beautiful Rock, and telling you about a club you can join, the Spurs Club.
The Spurs Club at the Rock.
At the Rock. And all the rights and benefits therewith if you do decide to become a member of a very exclusive Spurs club.
Yes.
But in the meantime, it is game day, I guess, in the broadest sense of the word.
You don't got to make jokes, man. You could just, we could just do the sports. You ain't got to make jokes.
On Commanders, Bears, the jokes make themselves.
You're such a smart ass.
As Jeff Bezos paid $67 million to broadcast this game tonight.
And he don't get Swift.
No, he's not. But there's reason. There's reason to watch.
Yeah, there's gambling, there's fantasy, and there's to make fun.
And I think the third is the most
Justin
important.
Fields.
I think a lot of people are. I think football fan is a bandwagon fan, and I think we eat what we're served, and I think we are, when you're
you said a mouthful. We eat what we serve when it comes to the NFL. We're gonna watch regardless.
And we've been bombed about how bad Fields has been and the mistakes, and we've seen the highlights of the fumbles and the interceptions. But I do think there's a fair amount of us out there that go, I do recall that the guy last year had a modicum of talent, that there was some things that he was doing. What the hell's going on? Well, this is our first chance.
Yeah, well, last season when he decided, like, damn, everybody on this team sucks, I'm going to just start taking off and running. It was like, oh, wow, there's something here. I get it. And so that what we saw toward the end of the last season made the NFL give the Bears 4 or 5 primetime games. Like, oh man, they got DJ Moore and they got this and they got that and they got a new coach. Here we go. And now here we are. It didn't pan out. So, because you can have DJ Moore, you can have anybody you want to, but if the game plan isn't right and the protections aren't right and the quarterback is out there sounding like the computer just rolling through his mind, it doesn't matter. And then you get what we have tonight, a game that 20 million people are going to watch just to laugh at.
But to help you enjoy the game in other ways, in a little under an hour.
Okay.
We're going to be joined by Junior Brown of BetUS.com. We'll have some insight on where to play and how to use those Bet Protect bets.
Yeah, what is Bet Protect and how does it work? And what's the easiest sport? Like for somebody like, let's say Edwin wanted to start off with BetUS. He doesn't bet. I know that. But if he wanted to, what sport would you recommend for a beginner?
Football.
Would you?
Yeah. Football.
Not basketball?
Basketball is a lot harder, man. Basketball's tough.
Football is too, dude. Thank God for the 30 risk-free bets because I'm just not that good at handicapping.
Well, that's why you bring in Junior Brown. You find that you find the number, you find that particular bet inside everything else.
Do they really watch games, the good ones? Or do you just look at the line and the weather and the injury report and the coaches and the tendencies and what they are against the spread at home, what they are against the spread away?
It's funny you mentioned that because I was going to say, I think you might be better off if you didn't.
Yeah.
Because I often lay money with my eyes instead of my brain.
Yeah, you just like, oh, okay, well, this team's good and that team isn't. That's only 3 points. I'll take it. And there's so much more to it than that.
You know, as we come off over the first quarter pole of the football season, be it whether college or pro,
let's talk about it.
The most important things in the football world have been a head coach at a school in the mountains in Dion and a pop singer. Those have been the 2 most important names in football over the first quarter pole. And as we've watched Dion take a couple of hits, they're bringing him back to earth, though. Still newsworthy. Still going to be in the first 20 minutes of every NCAA national broadcast and prep for a game. They're going to talk about Dion in Colorado, whether it be injuries or next game up. That's going to maintain. I wonder how hot this story of young love between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will stay. How long will this kind of linger on? And as the NFL admitted, we jumped on this bandwagon. We did everything we could.
Well, the thing is, if it's not real, then you just do it the whole year. Like if I'm really not dating you and it just so happened like, hey man, this seems like it works for both of us. Why don't you come out to a game? And next thing you know, it takes off. But then you just run with it because I feel like it's benefiting the Chiefs, it's benefiting the NFL, it's benefiting Travis, and it's benefiting Taylor in a small way, considering, there is a small sector that don't know who she is. Now, the thing is, I also starting to feel like it's having the reverse effect on Taylor. Like people are mad at her and, people, us fellas in this rocking chair are starting to like, we're attacking her instead of attacking the NFL. Like Taylor just going to a game for free. What is she doing wrong? You got to blame the NFL, who is not backing down off of it. They said, hey, the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce news has been by pop culture moment. We've leaned into it in real time, and it's an intersection of sports and entertainment, and we've seen an incredible amount of positivity around the sport. Translation, if they're going to still keep acting like they dating, we're going to run Swift segments.
It will injure the young relationship.
Oh, my God. I don't give a damn if they're together or they break up. They just got together 3 weeks ago. This isn't Dame Lillard, who unfortunately gets to Milwaukee and files for divorce.
I hadn't heard that. What?
Yeah, unfortunate. But they did have a prenup. So this isn't that. Like, I feel bad for them. They were college sweethearts. Now that, hey, damn, man, that sucks. Like, new beginning, and this is how he starts. If Travis and Taylor release a statement tomorrow, we're not dating anymore. I don't give a damn.
I hope Jason and Mama Kelce are benefiting from this too. I hope there's
the center for the Eagles. Why Jason?
Why not? little something as a
I
brother.
I think he is. I think because he's dating, but his brother's dating Taylor, I think the Swifties are tuned into their pod.
Well, they were together on their podcast, and Jason cornered his brother on the relationship and what he thought of the NFL's coverage.
Is the NFL overdoing it? What is your honest opinion?
I think everybody's just like overwhelmed
your feelings
with
for Taylor. What is your honest opinion on how the NFL is treating celebrities at games?
I think it's fun when they show who all is at the game. I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. But at the same time, I think
they're overdoing it.
They're overdoing it a little bit for sure, especially my situation.
Right.
I think they're just trying to have fun with it, and a lot of the people watching. Go ahead, let's hear it.
I just think the NFL is not used to celebrities coming to the games. Like basketball has it figured out. They're all courtside. They're sitting there. They show them once or twice, and then they get back to the game. The NFL is like, oh, look at all these A-list celebrities in the game. Keep showing them, show them. Dude, listen. You show them once, let them know that they're maybe after a touchdown, you get a little clip of it. You can't be overboard with it.
Yeah.
People are there to watch the game, right?
Yeah, they're not there to get thrown on TV.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Do you think
Naive.
Do you think Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds showed up just because they wanted to see the Chiefs play the Jets? No, they knew where the cameras are going to be, man. They've been out of work because the writers have been on strike. This was contrived. And now we get the Chiefs heading to Minnesota, Rob. Have we heard is there any update? Is she going? Is she going to Minnesota? It's not too cold up there yet. They're going to Lake Minnetonka.
Going to be washed of their sins.
But see, this is a midday game. Does it 325? She don't hit the same, right? It don't hit the same as Sunday night.
It's the game of the week, though.
Oh,
like it's the Tony Romo. It's the Tony Romo.
Oh, it's Tony
Jim
call?
Nance. Yeah.
Why?
It's going to tell me a lot whether she's there or not. If they're pushing it and she shows up again.
Now, if I'm Jim Nance, I asked Tony, hey, man, you dated Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
You dated Carrie Underwood. Now, I don't think Romo's current wife, wants to hear about his exes. So hopefully she's not tuned in. But Romo's had a little bit of experience, not to this level, nowhere near this level, but he's had a little experience with the celebrity pop star.
There was
he had Jessica Simpson
for about
a minute.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
There was.
You see what I'm saying?
To the detriment of the team. Remember the mess that we went through with all that? So Tony, I think Romo has unique perspective on
Was
this.
she who went to Cabo?
Well, yeah.
No,
that was Jessica.
That was Jessica went to Cabo? It was?
So.
Okay. I couldn't remember, but I remember Tony dabbled. Don't get my guy Romo mixed up. He started this pop star dating stuff.
Round the block before. It has been. I don't think the NFL's embarrassed. But it did I think it put the NFL in a situation that I think they thought they were bigger than this.
Yeah.
And the Swifties very quickly put them in a position like, yeah, in the entertainment world, you're not even in the same category as a couple of 4 or 5 of these stars. In the sports world, you're the biggest one out there.
Oh gosh, by far. But again, like it from looking at Travis's catalog, this is a business decision. And no disrespect to Taylor. Shout out to you, Taylor. Shout out to you. There's somebody for everybody. It's a business decision.
Wow, you're about to take some heat on that one.
It's a business decision. It's
not
like
a pretty easy decision.
I know it's a business decision.
You're not having to spend capital for improvement.
This isn't Maxim 100.
I was like, do women get prettier with a bigger purse?
Yes, everybody does. Everybody gets prettier with a bigger bag. Everybody. I'm more handsome. If I was making $100 million, I'd be, with fat or not, I'd look a lot better. Now you put another 600 on top of that, like Taylor has. She's a very pretty young lady. Very pretty. Very pretty.
But not in your Maxim 100?
Is that even still a thing? Is that still a thing?
Wow.
Because I remember
when I listened to Papa Roach, I look at my Maxim 100.
I don't know. Anyways, it seems like a business decision, and it's a great business decision I'm sure he's made a whole bunch of money.
Rudy, I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Would you like to experience a first of its kind private social club and restaurant that'll be located atop the Victory Capital Performance Center? We're going to call it the Rock at La Cantera.
Yes.
It'll be the global headquarters of the San Antonio Spurs, and we'll give you an opportunity as a member to entertain and unwind in premier style. You'll enjoy an array of amenities, including in multiple bars, fine dining, lounges, and personal workspaces, private elevator access, and exclusive views of the Spurs practice courts. You, too, can be a member of the Spurs Rock Club.
We got to talk price when we get back. It all comes down to the price, Rob. We're in a semi-recession. We got to talk price first, and then we can talk.
If you have to ask, you can afford.
Oh,
we'll be right back.
That's
It's
so
the
true.
R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Niners at 6 p.m.
4th and goal, man in motion left to right, inside, a play action, bootleg to the left, Prescott all the way, runs it in for the touchdown, and he's fired up.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunk Law, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tin, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Hendon Mob Series. It's the Fall Classic Series. 11 different events, September 25th through October 22nd. You know I'm only talking about one place. You know I'm talking about SA Card House, the premier card house in San Antonio. And their Fall Classic Series is going to be a doozy. We're talking about big-time, no-limit hold'em tournaments. Also, they're going to keep the free roll in there for the little guys like myself. But we're talking about 1,000 guaranteed, 15,000 guaranteed, 50, and all the way up to 200,000. SACardhouse.com. Check it all out yourself. It is the premier card house. And when you're playing this much poker, you know you're going to have to get over to Foster's Bar and Grill, get you a little something to eat, get you a little something to drink to kind of refuel yourself. Check it out at SACardhouse.com. The Hendon Mob Series. It's the Fall Classic Series at the premier card house in San Antonio. SACardhouse.com. SACardhouse.com.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Hi, I'm Martha Stewart, and I have a question for you. You know that unwelcome guest everyone wishes would just leave already? That's COVID-19. That's why I got a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants. Got it?
Learn more and schedule this season's updated COVID-19 shot at vaccines.gov.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey guys, are you over 30? Let's talk about testosterone and performance. Your testosterone can decline at an average of 1 to 2% a year after you turn 30. And Revive Men's Health have been experts at treating men with low testosterone and ED since 2011. We're the clinic guys come to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their performance. We love what we do and the patients we care for. You can ask our patients. We did. This year, Our patients even tell us we're more affordable than their insurance deductibles and copays. Let's get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. That's what we do, and we do it really well. Book your T-check and exam today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or send us a private message at revivemenshealth.com.
When you or someone you know is going through the process of being accused of a crime, you need a team to help you protect your innocence. Who better to fight for you than former prosecutors, now defense lawyers, that know the justice system? The LaHood Norton Law Group will defend your freedom. When you choose us, you choose honest, aggressive, trusting, expert, and fearless representation. If you need help, you need the LaHood Norton Law Group on your side.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This new Wendy's Frosty flavor is way too exciting to keep under wraps. It's a brand new, first-of-its-kind flavor. Get this, pumpkin spice. I know, right? It's so good. It's rich, it's cozy. It's the perfect flavor for some fall Frosty time. Watch, everyone will see it and jump on the bandwagon. Grab a never-before-seen Pumpkin Spice Frosty or Pumpkin Spice Frosty Cream Cold Brew today when you choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. On game day, you never have to decide which teams to watch, only what combination of bites, burgers, wings, and more to order. Plus, where else are your favorite draft beers always poured at a frozen 29 degrees? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Only at Twin Peaks.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from the Blitz, starting at 2 o'clock today. Big football weekend. Cowboys, Niners. Do the Cowboys need to add a running back? We'll ask Stephen Jones when he joins us at 4:30. The Bears play on Thursday Night Football. Rudy J, what do you want me to bring to your big watch party tonight, my friend?
A loss. And I want to say Ryan just showed me somebody from San Antonio hit the Powerball.
What?
A ticket they bought at HEB.
To hit the $1 billion one?
That's what Ryan just showed me.
Oh, let's
look it up, Evan.
Let's pray. Although I didn't get mine from
Yeah,
HEB.
why would I care if they won? I ain't getting nothing. I guess we just rooting for all things San Antonio.
We never get a winner. I hope my brother or somebody bought that one.
Maybe he'll buy a membership at the Rock.
You might need it. Judging by the description, members will enjoy an array of amenities. Bars, fine dining, lounges, personal workspace.
So what are we talking about here, Rob? Because you brought this up to me over a week ago. So what do we got here? What are the Spurs doing to generate some revenue to make their money back on the $500 million they spent? What are they doing?
In the business, we call this an ARS, an alternative revenue stream.
Okay.
They're opening up a country club without a golf course. That's what it is. You pay to play.
All right.
You pay a monthly, and you get to show off. You get to write it off. It'll be a nice business expense.
But what can I do at the Spurs practice facility?
You can go eat. You can go drink.
I can go eat it. I can go eat at the Roo Pub.
Well, yeah. Excellent food. These are I don't know. I'm not a country club type. The amenities include multiple bars, so you can drink.
So this is a membership.
So they have at least 2 bars.
Okay.
Fine dining.
So they got a restaurant.
I read a run through of their menu. It is.
Is it one of those menus where I'm scared to order like a foo-foo, shishi, fifi, bougie?
No, it didn't seem that way. It's
Can I get a burger?
Restaurant tour that's got some places here in San Antonio and Austin. It's a local guy and it brings the Texas flair.
Can I get a burger?
Yeah.
Can I get some wings?
But it's a fancy burger. And you can get some wings, but it's fancy wings.
A Wagyu burger?
Something like that.
Kobe beef burger?
Yeah, it was like that.
Brioche bun.
But at the end of the day, it's just a hamburger.
Right.
At the end of the day. So you got that. You got you can go. You'll have exclusive views. Discourse doesn't mean anybody will be on them. but you can look at it.
So I'm guessing, though, if I'm paying for this membership, at some point, I can see a real practice and see him actually out there.
It says you will have an exclusive look inside the organization's world-class operations with Spurs executive, coaches, and players. So I guess at some point they'll have at
least they'll be walking through
special practice.
But I don't think they're going to allow these members just to watch practice.
No, that's why they say you have your special elevator. They tell you you'll have your own special elevator. What that really means is we got to keep you separate from the players. You're not going to be near them. You'll have your own special elevator. So yeah, they'll be in the room.
Yeah, and so when I was looking it up, I just saw it. The cost of this isn't bad. Look, if I had that kind of money, to me, it's a pretty good price. You pay $3,800 up front, and then you pay $400 monthly, so it comes out to $8,600 a year.
Eminently
which, I mean, if you got a spare $8,600 laying around,
and who doesn't?
And I'm sure it's a really good experience. And again, I'm sure I don't know if you can get close to them. I'm sure there's going to be stuff in fine print that says, do not ask for pictures, do not ask for autographs. Like, you are just a member here. It doesn't grant you access to the players. But I'm sure there's specific days where you're going to be able, as a member, to come in and do meet and greets with certain players, meet and greets with Pop. And I'm sure, because they're not going to just have you up in that facility and you have no access to them. I'm sure on certain days you can, but I'm sure also in very, very fine print it says you don't just get free reign over the rock.
I'm noodling through their website.
Right.
You've got a lounge, the Fiesta Lounge. You got a Fiesta bar. Then you got the Fortress bar.
Fiesta bar?
Yeah, it's got a Fiesta bar.
That sounds like the one I'd be at.
It looks like a hotel bar. And then Fiesta bar looks a little bit more, and that's the one with practice court views.
Okay.
The food will be chefed, curated, one would say, by Steve McHugh. He's a 6-time Beard.
You know him?
He's a Beard Foundation Award finalist, and he draws his inspiration from the rich tapestry of Texas's bounty.
What's a beard chef?
The Beard Award is kind of like the Heisman Trophy.
Oh, no, he has a beard.
He's a finalist. He's been a Heisman finalist 6 times, which it's an honor to be nominated. Truly is. And so you got good food. You can indulge in a glass of fine wine, and your choice is yours in what they call a culinary oasis.
Well, when you asking somebody for almost 10 grand,
you better bring me a culinary oasis. You know what? I think
it better be an oasis.
To me, as we talk about, they call it the global headquarters of the San Antonio Spurs. This is an appropriate thing to do.
Now, I know it's some golf courses, Rob, some high-end golf courses, they don't even allow you to bring your phone in. You can't take your phone in there.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's the case.
No,
here.
we ain't that.
We're not there?
No, we're not there.
Because if I can't take my phone, I can't go, because I got to be able to check. I got to be able to check in with wifey.
See, for
I got to
me,
be
I'm
able
like,
to take my phone.
Thank God, take it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Rob. You'd be like, oh, hey, honey,
wait
I
a minute.
can't. Yeah, you.
Oh, wait, I forgot it.
Yeah,
I don't even have it.
Yeah, it's probably in the car anyway with you.
If you want to sign up, this is
it's not bad.
It's further example.
If you can afford it, it's not bad. That's a great rate. I bet most places like that are probably about 20, 30. Because we were low. Remember, we were thinking what? What were we thinking?
I was thinking probably a 10, 15 buy-in.
Right.
Just at least a 15 grand just to come to the table.
That's what I thought.
So if you're of the means, more importantly, I think this just does represent that while we find it interesting, this is just a matter of course, I think, with most NBA squads. I mean, this is just another thing. When I watched the HBO thing with Bird and Magic, and Dr. Buss had his own club there in the building. I mean, this is not anything new. It's just new to us.
Right.
And they're doing is act like it's breaking
this
ground.
This is going on everywhere, right?
But it's a chance for the cool kids to prove they're cool and go find some other place to hang out. Yeah. And if I was cool enough to do it, I would.
Yeah, so we got 2 updates. I don't know what Ryan showed me then. No Powerball winners, up to 1.4 billion. Somebody won something.
Well, maybe it was one of those little ones.
Little ones. I don't know anything little.
I don't even get out of bed for less than $500 million.
I know.
I don't even wake up.
Agreed. Me either. I don't say, honey, let's get a ticket till it hits 750.
I bought my ticket for the last one after our tournament on Monday. I had to get gas. I didn't know about it. So I walked in, and I never am good at ordering. Never. So I walked in, and there's a line behind us, and I would like 5 all the way.
And they're like, what do you
mean? And the guy turned to me and said, and he said something to me that I didn't comprehend.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said to me. And I just said, yes.
So you don't even know what you probably took the annual payments and didn't even
I think I did. I don't know, but he asked me a question, and I had so many people behind me, and I had ordered so confidently, like I did it five all the way. And he turned and said something to me in Latin, and I just went.
He was like,
"Yes."
He was probably like, "This, sir. There's no such thing as all the way." Is what he told.
I said it the wrong way, obviously.
Multipliers and
I think he did say something about the multiplier,
right?
And I said yes. So, I didn't win, and I guess we get another opportunity.
Oh, someone here in San Antonio hit all 5 numbers except the Powerball.
Oh, so they want.
So what do you win?
The 6 digits at the minimum, I would hope.
Okay,
cool. I would hope. Micah Parsons wears 2 digits. That's number 11. The Cowboys will win if Micah does what? No, we'll leave Micah out of this. This is the question we have to ask on Thursday because this is the game plan. This is what both head coaches, all the coordinators ask. We're going to win the football game if 656-3776, 656 ESPN. The Cowboys win if, or the Cowboys lose if. We want to hear from you. The question is worthy. But before we do that, Shinedown is coming to San Antonio. And if you want to go see them next week at our beautiful Joe Freeman Coliseum, grab your device, dial 656-3776. That's 656 ESPN to you and me. And you'll be seeing Shinedown, Papa Roach, and Spirit Box. You might even stand next to Jason Minix while you're there. It's at Joe Freeman. You need to be there right now. It's the livenation.com run. Caller number 7, 656-3776. You're going to see Papa Roach on us. We'll be right back talking Dallas Cowboys. They will win if you're on R&R. This is 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star. This weekend is stacking up to be one of the finest weekend of college football we've had since last weekend. And if you want to celebrate appropriately, you go over to Tri-County Meat Market and get some fine meat because we know they say a great meal always starts with great meat, and that's why you head over to Tri-County. You know, no matter what you're bringing out of that place is top-notch. They start at prime, and they work their way up. You're looking for a spectacular steak? You're looking for something to celebrate that Texas OU game? Go to Tri-County. Looking for something mid-afternoon as the Aggies get ready to kick off against Alabama? Maybe it's a time for some of those prepared meats. Maybe it's an avocado bomb or a stuffed chicken breast, or maybe you're celebrating a huge win with a ribeye the size of, well, as big as you want because they'll cut it right there for you. Looking for a tomahawk? They got it. You're looking for something extra to put on that steak? They got it too. 5 for $25 is there. Listen, I've talked about Tri-County enough. If you haven't been there, well, I think you just don't care. And if you're a barbecuer and you need to learn a little bit, go there today. Walk out with all the specials which are always in play. First responders, you're getting 10% off. 5 for $25. First timers, if you haven't been there before, walk in and fill a bag. 5 for $25. It's enough to bring you back before you even look at the counter. Look, they're both locations, Heaton or Fair Oaks, right there on Ralph Fair Road. Head to either one, put some fine meat on the grill, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar is San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. 7 days a week happy hour, sports on all HD screens, and plenty of arcade games. With 5 area locations: North Star, Nacogdoches, Medical Center, St. Mary's Strip, and Thousand Oaks. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar has you covered for any occasion, catering to you and delivering San Antonio memories for over 10 years. Slackers, San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. Follow Slackers on Facebook for events and specials.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio. Celebrating their 30th year, our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is offering a 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets.
It's called Bet Protect, the perfect offer for crazy plays, like the famous butt fumble. It's the GOAT of embarrassing plays.
Really, remember when you bet me you could do a live show with a GOAT as your co-host, and he face-kicked you?
Thankfully, I didn't take the under on that one.
Anyway, folks, get Bet Protect today. The industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus plus up to 30 risk-free bets. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a clinically accurate, fast, and non-invasive thermometer. The Exergen thermometer is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure accurately with Exergen thermometers. Available at Walgreens. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus a Paramount Plus Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Hustle up. We've got 8 more floors to go before lunch.
Sarusha's window washing business is reaching new heights.
Wipe, and let's roll.
They need more certified cleaners to keep online reviews crystal clear.
Team, I know we're hustling, but watch for streaks. Candace, can you give me a hand over here?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Picture a swimmer backstroking for a pool of lime jelly. Now picture yourself getting the new titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Now picture a lion and antelope hugging. Now picture yourself switching to Boost Infinite and getting the latest iPhone every year and unlimited wireless for just $60 a month. Now picture that swimmer again, but this time it's you, and the pool is full of iPhones and baby ducks. Boost Infinite, infinitely better. Switch today. Just dial #250 and say Boost Infinite. Terms apply. After 30 gigabytes, service may be slowed. Receive a comparable iPhone model each year with an acceptable trade-in every year. Requires credit qualification and 36-month phone financing agreement. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from the station's.
Shine Down. The Revolution's live tour continues. October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Shine Down live.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Top of the morning to all.
It's R&R in the morning. In the 9 o'clock hour, we got guests coming your way. We're going to give you some guidance as we head into tonight and all weekend long from our good friends over at BetUS.com. Junior Brown will be joining us.
Yeah, I got some questions.
We're going to talk football with a couple of guys that are on the Telemundo broadcast.
Much
the
better.
Cowboys San Francisco.
Much better calls from the Telemundo
They
broadcast.
have a lot more fun in those
Shout out to
booths.
Brad Sham. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but that Telemundo call a little bit more exciting. Just being real.
It
Shout
always
out
is.
to Sham. Shout out to Sham, legend, Hall of Famer, but it ain't Telemundo.
Who's the dude that screams "Goal"?
I forgot his name, but yeah, he's legendary.
That's the Michael Buffer of the.
There you go.
The soccer world.
Did you have to pay him because you just did that?
No, I didn't say that.
You
I
have to
didn't
hold
say
it.
that. Let's get ready to.
No, I mean,
didn't say that.
but you said the goal.
I don't know if he's
I don't know if he gets paid off of that. If you say goal more than 4 seconds, you got to pay him.
under 3. We're
Yeah,
good.
under 3, you Gucci.
It's kind of like a big game and a Super Bowl of cereal.
Right.
Well,
a bowl of cereal sounds good right now, but too many carbs.
So you can dance around that. Junior Brown will be here just after 9. We're talking bets. We're talking football with those from Telemundo. But first, as we sit here at 8:37 in the blessed AM, the Cowboys will win if.
Oh man, how much time we got?
Well, no, I think that's a worthy question.
No,
What's
I
the
was saying,
first thing, the second thing, the third thing? But what's the first thing they got to do?
Get a lead. get a lead.
So the Cowboys will win if they score first and get a lead.
Get up 7-10. Absolutely. Stop the run. That's definitely high up there in the hierarchy. Move Micah Parsons around. And when I say that because remember the last time he faced Trent Williams. Now, Cowboy fan will tell you he got held the entire game, which if you look back at it really close, they did hold him a lot. But if I'm Dan Quinn, I'm swallowing my pride and I'm moving Micah around. I'm not just going to let him play Trent Williams one-on-one the entire game. So I'm moving Micah around. Dak can't have 2 interceptions. I mean, it's a long list. As Miguel Martinez on YouTube says, they win if they don't settle for field goals in the red zone. Cowboys lose if it's close and the game is left in Dak's arm.
Wow.
Now, speaking of Dak's arm.
Wow.
Dak Prescott's QBR versus zone, 49.4. 18th. And his QBR versus man is 90.2, which is third. Niners play zone at the third highest rate in the league, 72.6%. Now, my question to you is, Rob Thompson, 8 years in, why has Dak and his QB coach and his OC and his head coach not helped him figure out zone? Why is he still that bad against the zone 8 years in?
No.
And why don't more teams do it if he's so bad against it?
You know, there's some dudes that can never hit a curveball. I don't know. I don't know. Why isn't he better?
I don't know. And again, it explains why he struggles against San Francisco because they just stay in it.
The book
but
is
why
out.
wouldn't? But my thing is, hell, if I'm the Commanders, I'm the Giants, if I see 18th, 49.4, I don't give a damn if I don't know how to play zone. I just stay in it. So obviously those like, yes, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But everybody knows that he struggles against zone, yet he still wins football games. So something isn't adding up when I look at those numbers. But San Francisco, who obviously plays the zone really, really well, coupled with a fantastic pass rush, gives Dak's fits.
So are both teams trying to do the same thing here?
Meaning,
put the other quarterback in a situation where they have to win it themselves.
Ooh, yeah.
They're both going to do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and on the other side, the Cowboys play a lot of man coverage, Rob.
They're
highest
huge.
rate in the league over the past 2 seasons. And this year, Brock Purdy has been very good versus man.
One of the best in the league when you look at the QBR. And that goes down to what Micah's been saying from the get-go. They're going to have to make, as the 49ers are saying to themselves, they're going to have to make Dak one-dimensional, and they're going to have to make, and the Cowboys do the same with Purdy, make him one-dimensional, make him a throwing quarterback under duress. And the way the Cowboys do that is go to man. Put a guy on an island and light a candle underneath those D linemen and edge rushers and go get them. You got 4 seconds. If you don't, something bad's going to happen.
And the thing about it is, Rob, like, just because the quarterback is good versus what we do, I can't just totally change who we are. You know what I mean? Like, if we play man at the highest clip in the league, just because Purdy's good against man, I'm not going to just all of a sudden say, all right, we're going to zone. That makes sense? Like, I can't change who I am. Whatever you do best and whatever I do best, let's go out here and do it, and let's see who comes out on top, right? That's how we got to approach it.
Well, that's where you don't want
DQ.
your ego to get in the way of a good game plan.
I like what you just said there. I like what
sometimes
you said there.
you're like,
Right.
man, I'm pretty good at this, and sometimes you don't. You let your ego get in the way of some of a perfectly good plan that you could execute, but your ego won't let you because this is not what we've been doing.
And that's my point with Trent Williams. He's possibly the best left tackle in the game. Why? I mean, yes, I love Micah. I think Micah's probably, if I'm speaking from Dan Quinn's lens, love you. Think you're great. Think you're the best in the league. We're going to move you around. Because Trent Williams is going to limit your chances to get to Purdy. That's just the facts. So let's leave her, like, they say when you go to the gym, leave your ego at the door, like, don't ego lift. Don't ego lift on Sunday night, Dan. Don't ego lift.
And I have no problem with the Cowboys sticking in man coverage. That's what we were built to do.
Even without Diggs. And I'm a big Bland fan. You know that. But even without Diggs, you just want to say, just stay, man. This is what we do. Just stay there. Don't be stubborn. Stay.
I don't know what the separation is between having a comfortable and I don't know, healthy ego and then arrogance. But I think the ego that Dan Quinn brings in is, damn, this is what we do and we're good at it. You're going to have to knock us out of this. Even though we know that the best defense to play against Purdy is something that we don't do.
Right.
So go in that direction. Micah spoke to, our number one guy on their number one guy.
Who you talking about? CMC?
Yeah, I mean, Christian, I think he's the most versatile back in the NFL when it comes to how the 49ers use him. You can almost say he's a running back that plays receiver, or you can say he's a receiver that plays running back. The way he gets open, the way you can't just put anybody on him. Sometimes you might want to put a DB on him, just how good he is with his routes and things like that, and how dynamic he is, and then the way he's able to make people miss. I mean, there's nobody better in the NFL. So, I mean, you look at what he does and how explosive he is. I mean, it's something that we got to be watchful of.
Sure. The Cowboys win if what, Rob?
The Cowboys win. I don't care what McCaffrey does.
Excuse me?
I would rather that's kind of I want to put Purdy in a situation where he's got to throw over the top, 3rd and long. He's never seen any kind of consistent adversity. I don't see a weak link in this football team. And you asked me,
there's something. They're not perfect. There's something there that San Francisco doesn't do well that McCarthy and Shoddy and DQ have seen. There has to be. No team is perfect.
I think if it comes down to who makes the first mistake, or maybe it's the last mistake. Whoever comes down to that last mistake, I don't know how you pressure. You're going to have to put pressure on Purdy to get there. I think there's a mistake in him, but I don't know if Kyle's ever going to let him get to that situation. So it's going to come. Can the Cowboys score enough?
From what I've seen, I think so.
They're going to have to. I don't know how low scoring a game this is really going to be. Both the San Francisco's offense has been competent, and so have the Cowboys. You just feel like a break here, break there. Red zone isn't even a conversation. And we're talking about a team that has already put up legendary defensive numbers. Well, we could start talking about remarkable offensive numbers if those threes had come 7. I mean, I don't think we're that far away from having very little to talk about with the Cowboys offense. I think it's a couple of, a weird call here, a high pass here.
If it is low scoring, 3 yards in the cloud of dust, who does that favor?
San Francisco. I think that's a team that's built to win ugly with low scoring. And I think the Cowboys need some offense. And if they can find it, and if the defense manufactures it, then they've done their job. They've caused the Purdy turnover. And if they can't, that Cowboys offense is going to have to score, man.
I do want to see what this defense looks like when they can't get home. If they can't get home, I really wonder what they're going to look like. Brock Purdy's been sacked 7 times in 4 games. It's not a lot. It's about a little over one time per game. It's not a lot.
No, it's minuscule.
It's definitely not Daniel Jones' 10 sacks last week. but you're saying there's a chance. He has been sacked. Dallas leads the pass rush win rate 60% with Micah leading the league at 36-4. DeMarcus Lawrence is 6th. So the Cowboys have a whopping 49% pressure rate, first in the NFL by 13%, and blitz at 9th highest rate. So again, what does Purdy look like if those numbers come to light, Rob? I need to see if Purdy is really him. I don't know if he's him. He has the best running back. He's got the best defense. He's got the best left tackle. He's got the best play caller.
And you endeavor to go make him uncomfortable.
He got Debo. He got he got Kittle, who some would say is right behind Kelsey. Put some heat, put the fire to his ass. I need to see if he's really like that. Put the fire to him. You got the best win. What is it called?
Pass
rush win rate. I hate that word. Rush win rate. You got the best. Let's see. Let's see if he's really him.
if they can get to the quarterback and
San
cause the
Francisco's in
pressure,
trouble.
they're going to get the ball out fast.
Who, Purdy?
Yeah, we know this isn't. I mean, we're not the first ones to look at the film and go, you know what we need to do.
But you're the first ones that have the ability to
have
do
the
it.
guys to get
Not
there.
the first, but one of the few that have the ability to do it, because Philly did it and they knocked him out the game. Speaking of the NFC title game, they got to him and knocked his ass out the game. So it's possible. I don't want him to get hurt. I'm not saying that if that came off like that. I'm just saying.
One last number to look at. If that ball does get out quick, if Purdy continues to use this offense under Kyle, where they're doing exactly what the Cowboys want to do, slide the pocket, get the ball to your playmakers, and go. The 49ers are pretty good at this, and the yards after catch are going to play a role. They got a bunch of running backs playing wide receiver. And the Cowboys.
Debo and CMC?
Yes. And the Cowboys specialize in taking the ball away after the catch. Right. After the catch. Therein lies the fumble.
Right.
You're going to have to make tackles. You're going to have to tackle. You're going to have to put them to the ground and not be so concerned.
Yeah, stopping the yak has been an issue. Well, for whatever reason, again, I think it's because you said it early this week, Rob. I think Quinn teaches the Peanut Tillman school of tackling. Let's strip the ball. Let's punch the ball out. And then sometimes you get so focused on that, then you don't strip it or you don't rip it out, which they've done a fantastic job of doing. Next thing you know, you have James Conner or Josh Jacobs, or not Josh Jacobs. You know who I'm talking about, the quarterback from the Cardinals, running for 40, 50 yards.
Before the big game up there in Dallas this weekend, both Texas and OU sit comfortably in the all-state playoff predictor. They are both going to the playoffs. Only one can come out of this. What happens this weekend? We'll look a little bit closer at Texas OU. And, oh, by the way, Alabama and A&M are coming our direction.
You going? Are you going to go? What you going to do, man?
No, I'm going to spend the weekend on the couch.
You know what?
And I say that like I'm sad about it.
I can say this proudly. I'm at the age where doing nothing is doing something.
An accomplishment.
I'm proud of it. I'll be I don't think I have anything to do Saturday, and I'm so excited about it because of the football. And we got WNBA finals this weekend.
It's starting the battle of the behemoths on Sunday. We get Aces Liberty, what we wanted.
Yeah.
And you look at this college football predictor. There are 10 teams with a 20% chance of making the playoff right now. Georgia at the highest with a 30% chance. Alabama with 27% chance are the only SEC teams with more than a 5% chance. Parity has hit the college football world.
It's hit it so much. I think you fell and bumped your head with one of your predictions.
Well, we're going to have Junior Brown come up in just a couple of minutes. He of BetUS.com. Kentucky is traveling to play Georgia, 6 o'clock on ESPN Saturday night.
Yeah, and?
Did you see what Kentucky did to Florida? Did you see what Florida did to Tennessee?
So I don't know what's what.
Did you see what Auburn did to Georgia? This seems to be a very opportune time
for Mark Stoops to make his name,
if you're
to earn that
lose,
$9 million.
Kentucky is playing some good football, and you're right. It's time for Mark Stoops if he's going to be more than just undefeated. A placeholder.
They are undefeated, but they are 14.5-point dogs. Don't mean anything.
Well, and they haven't beaten Georgia since 2009. There are a few things in the way. But I
don't know, man.
That looks awfully close. That looks like awfully close. As far as the Aggies go,
only 2.5-point dogs. That was the last I checked. It's constantly moving depending on where the money's going. But last I checked, A&M at home, only a 2.5-point dog.
Let me tell you, this is kind of like the Cowboys San Francisco game. The things that the two teams are good at, they're both good at, and the things they're bad at, they're both bad at. A&M has recorded 15 tackles for loss in each of its past two games. And you look at the sack rate that Alabama offers, it's the most porous line they've had in a long time.
The defense hasn't been the same. It is not the same. Right now is the time to catch Alabama.
I'm still not sure about the future of the coaching staff. I'm still saying
which staff?
I'm talking about Jimbo down. But there are some things that have been hidden in the early season that haven't gotten enough credit, like A&M's offense. They've scored on their first two drives in every game this season. That matches the longest streak in an FBS team in the last 20 years.
That's a lot.
The first 2 drives in every game of the season to start it. The only other team in the SEC with 5-game streak in that span was Johnny's team, and back in 2012, the offense is popping.
The offense is popping. Really, that's what we're rolling with. Max John, even if it's Max, not Wegman.
There has been really no noticeable difference in the offense. Johnson had his 8th 200-yard passing game. He's up there with the tops in the league as far as completion percentage. He's a better quarterback than Jalen Milroe.
Now,
I'm just telling you the numbers.
That felt harsh, but it's true right now. How are y'all with the dual threat quarterback? Because Melrose is not the best thrower, but he can get out the pocket and go, which he should have done more of against Texas. And he probably wouldn't have thrown 2 interceptions and gotten benched.
Here's where the KJ Adams, the quarterback for Arkansas, let's say his name was KJ Adams.
Jefferson,
I'm sorry, is the prototypical dual threat quarterback.
Y'all handled it.
And they had no offensive line either, and that was a debacle.
Okay.
So I think A&M is, we'd much prefer you guys pay attention to Dallas. Let us just take care of business in College Station. Because it could go either way.
As soon as that game's over, we coming to Brian.
Hey,
as soon as that game's over, y'all can't hide.
Well, maybe we get a lead too. Hey, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we are here to help. You need some gambling help? Well, we got the help right around the corner. Junior's here to help you from BetUS.com. Hold on tight. He's right around the corner. This is R&R on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Texas A&M football is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Saturday at 1:30 p.m. It's the Aggies and Bama in an SEC battle. Presented by Ewald Kubota, Just Pots, ABC Home and Commercial Services, The Angry Elephant, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning, and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
This Sunday, the big game is finally here as the Cowboys take on the 49ers, and we're pre-gaming at Twin Peaks. Join us this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Live Oak location starting at 3. Frosty 29-degree beers, tasty bites made from scratch out of the kitchen, and the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Plus, we've got your chance to win Shinedown and Papa Roach tickets. So come Sunday Fun Day with us as we broadcast live at the Twin Peaks Live Oaks location. With wall-to-wall screens, there's never a bad seat in the house. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
If you're like me, hair isn't just hair, because hair is confidence. Hair is identity. Hair is everything. And I love that I can find beauty steals of 50% off my hair care must-haves like Lola V and Color Wow. Amazing deals on shampoo and conditioner pairs from Redken and Living Proof. And new product launches from my favorite brands like Dyson and Way. All at Ulta Beauty's gorgeous hair event. Happening now until October 21st. So hurry! Shop in store, online, or try pickup today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions may apply.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Due to overwhelming response, Diamonds Direct's most popular finance offer ever is being extended. You now have until this Saturday at 5 p.m. to take advantage of this once-a-year offer. Now through Saturday, make any purchase and you can spread your payments over 5 years with zero finance charges. No interest for 5 whole years. Where else in America can you get a finance rate of 0.0? That means a $10,000 engagement ring is just $167 a month, or an $8,000 pair of diamond stud earrings comes to around $135 a month. Everything's included. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, all designer fashion jewelry, colored gemstone jewelry, GIA certified diamonds. With interest rates going higher and higher everywhere else, Diamonds Direct comes to the rescue with this spectacular offer. But you must hurry. This special opportunity ends this Saturday and will not be extended again. 5 years, zero interest on anything and everything. Get all the details, showroom hours, and directions at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Texas Cheer Liquor takes pride in offering extensive selection of premium spirits, beer, and wine. The shelves are always stocked with the latest and greatest in craft brews, top shelf allocated bourbons, smooth tequilas, and everything in between. Check it all out for yourself at TexasCheerLiquor.com, where it's not just cheers, it's Texas Cheer.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for R&R in the morning on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Infielders in at the corners, and Stott drives one to right. That's deep. That is gone. A grand slam for Stott.
Phillies sweep the Marlins and move on to face their foes, the Atlanta Braves, in the NLDS. Also, the Rangers sweep the Rays and move on to face the Orioles. But tonight, Washington, Chicago, right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1, get going at 6:30.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up.
So wake me up, wake up. Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
Hey, that's Rudy. I'm Rob, hence the double R's. Welcome to R&R in the morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. It is Thursday, game day balla, as Patty used to tell us. He's a Atlanta Hawk, by the way.
Yeah, I saw you showed me.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him in that jersey. But we do have games tonight and all weekend long. And if you play the lines and you're a fan of some local teams, there's lots to look at. Let's give you some help. And, the only book that Rudy and I endorse is BetUS.com. We'd like to welcome on the show Junior Brown of such organization. Junior, man, glad to have you aboard. Nice to meet you today.
How you guys doing today?
Great.
Ready to win some money. Let's look forward to the Dallas-San Francisco game this weekend. And I'm sitting on my BetUS.com. I'm seeing overs, unders, the typical teaser bets. When you look at the Cowboy game, or you look at any big game in general, Junior, and you're looking to where you're going to put your money, what are the things that you look at, apart from the trends and injuries and stuff, that kind of tilt you and help you go in a direction to win some money?
Well, first and foremost, I'm always looking to take points instead of laying points.
There you go.
Just as a general rule, if you don't take that seriously, you're just willy-nilly about laying points. In the long run, you're probably going to lose your money. So especially in a big game with a bunch of eyes on it, that means there's just a lot of public money. And, a lot of people use those terms pretty loosely: public money, sharp money, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, the real difference is when there's a lot of public money, the line movers have to adjust the line in a certain way to account for the extra money coming in, right? So if you like the favorite, you're really usually not getting good value. There's usually more value in the underdog in a spot like this.
We're always telling people about the Bet US and the 125% sign up bonus. Junior, if you you're new to it, but you want to get into it, what sport would you push someone toward that's like brand new to handicapping? What sport would you push them toward to start?
I mean, I would say that the sport that you're most familiar with, which sounds like a pretty generic answer, and I say that because of this. Like, we'll start with this fact: the NFL market, the NFL betting market, is the sharpest in the world. I look at every market every day, and the NFL is the toughest to beat. So that's what you're gonna, you're going to put your hopes and dreams on. You're choosing a very, very difficult path in life, right? The NBA tends to be a little bit easier because it's everyday betting. So you can kind of get more of a feel of where the market is on a daily basis, whereas the NFL is only once a week, right? And it's only 17 weeks plus a few playoff weeks. So it's really hard to get a hold of the NFL market. So NBA would be easier. The problem in the new NBA is a guy could sit out an hour before tip-off these days, right? So that's the problem in the NBA. So, if you know your college sports, I would say that too. I personally don't bet a lot of college sports just because the market is so huge. There's so much public money on the top 25 games. And I'm going to sound like a jerk kind of. I don't like betting on kids. I'd just rather bet on adults. I just do better betting on adults. If that makes sense.
But Junior, they paying them like adults.
Yeah.
They are adults.
Well, did you say they're paying them like adults? Yeah. You mean like three guys on every roster? Yeah, I guess.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? The haves and the have-nots in the college locker room these days is looking kind of crazy, but that's a different conversation.
Junior Brown joining us with betus.com. And as we talk about digging into the bets that are available to you, are you drawn to buying points? What about the props? I mean, you
don't buy points.
Why? Don't buy points, Junior. I always do because I'm never confident in what I'm doing.
No. You're better off just teasing whatever you like. I know that it seems like a worse idea because you have to involve multiple teams. I don't want to turn this into like a math class, but just read up on it. The method with buying points, it's just not worth it for you in the long run.
Wow. What do you mean by teasing, though?
Worth having you here.
I'm sorry, Rob. What does teasing mean to the novice?
Okay, so for example, a parlay is any bet involving more than one team, right? So if you put two teams together, that's a parlay.
Mm-hmm.
A standard two-team parlay pays, I think, plus 260 on the money line. A teaser is a parlay with points in your favor. So, for example, I have a teaser that involves the under in the Patriots Saints game, right? So my thinking there is the total right now sits at 40.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it up to 46 and get the under 46, which is what I have, that gives me obviously better odds of winning. Now, obviously, a two-team parlay doesn't pay 260; it pays like minus 110, which is like a standard price. But of course, you're getting 6 points in your favor, so your odds of winning are much better. And then, if you want to know my thinking behind taking the under in that situation, pretty sure the Saints haven't scored over 20 points in 11 straight games, if I'm not mistaken, and they've gone under in their last 10 games. So they're just an under team, and the Patriots they've got a couple of big injuries. But if there was ever an under team right now, the Patriots are most definitely an under team with that offense. So, yeah.
When you're talking with novices or folks that are new in the game, how about in-game work? How often do you really jump in second half, fourth quarter, kind of stuff like that? Do you pay attention to that, or do you research, lay your money early on, and just wait for the outcome?
No, I think in-game bets are one of the greatest things to ever happen to us. Sports betting, honestly, because for example, you might have your preconceived notion before the game starts, but then you actually watch how the game unfolds, and now you have new information that you can make an educated bet on. So I'm all for live betting. Every pro is all about live betting. Most of us have our live betting accounts capped at really, really low numbers, which sucks. But yeah, no, live betting is amazing.
Surprised that is indeed the case. Junior Brown joining us. All right, let's get to the, as my dad would say, nut cutting time. Is there any place you're leaning this weekend, someplace that the rest of us betus.com types might want to send some money?
Yeah, so listen, I don't want to sound like super negative, but this is a tough week. These lines are super sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, the lines are just super sharp. You know what I mean? Like, just name me any game you guys want to talk about, and I'll give you the
Longhorns, Oklahoma. Longhorns, Oklahoma. We're in Texas.
So, yeah, we got three big games. Longhorns, Oklahoma. Well, we got three in the state of Texas that matter to us. We got, of course, Cowboys, 49ers, Longhorns, and OU, and Alabama A&M. I get a sense there's going to be a lot of Texas parlays wrapped with these three games.
So a lot of the pros that I've talked to kind of think that Texas can go all the way. I want to hear from some locals, though. What do you guys think?
There's a comfort level.
And here's the thing: I'm supposed to be giving you guys advice, but you got to know your role sometimes. I don't live in Texas; y'all do. So
I'll tell you, the Cynics are about to be won over. This is a very good football team, and I'll tell you, fourth quarter last week, and I think there's a lot of people felt like they might be the best team in the country already.
Okay. So I'll give it from a gambling perspective. The number says Texas all the way to me. The spot says that regardless of where Texas is ranked, this is just a game that matters to the program, right? Like, winning this game is important.
Yes.
So you're giving me a rivalry game at home, less than 7, because in football, those are key numbers, right? 3, 7, 10. Those are your key numbers. Why are they key numbers? I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 17% of games end on 3. And then the next most common number would be 7 and 10, right? Again, that's stuff you guys can just look up on Google yourselves. So if you can get a game under 7 or under 3, that's money right there. So if I'm betting that game, which I haven't yet, it's Texas or nothing.
Texas or nothing. There's a lot of Longhorns hooking right now. Alabama coming into College Station. They ain't what they were in Alabama, and sadly, Texas A&M is what they've been. What do you expect to see?
It's just never been a really good game for Texas A&M. Am I mistaken? Like, it's I don't know what to make of Alabama, because there's all that talent, so your brain is almost biased in the sense like, well, they've got to start winning at some point, right? But then I watch them and they just don't look good. They just don't look good. So I'm going to do that thing again where I talk about the number. The opening line was -3.5, and at that number, I'm taking Texas A&M. But under 3, it's Alabama or nothing. So it's that matchup is line dependent. The reason that I'm not going to get involved, and this is just a rule of thumb for me, if I look at a game and I don't see a clear advantage, what am I even betting on?
Okay, so do you see a clear advantage when you're talking Niners Cowboys?
I see a clear advantage in the sense that the Niners have more continuity. The Niners have kind of owned this matchup recently. Dallas have had a powder puff schedule, and I like Dallas, by the way. I'm not a typical Cowboys hater. Yeah, everyone in my family is a Cowboys fan, by the way. But I grew up in the Buffalo area, so I'm more partial to the Bills. But I do have a soft spot for the Cowboys. So, that's funny. I'm not a Cowboys hater, but the Cowboys have had a really soft schedule. Like, there's just no ways around it. So this is a test on a different level. The one weakness that might play in Dallas's favor is that even though the Niners by reputation have one of the best offensive lines in the league, just look deeper into the numbers. The left side of their offensive line, the interior of their offensive line, the right side, because they probably have the best left tackle in the league, in Trent Williams. But the right side of their offensive line and the interior, Dallas can get at Purdy. Now, how long Purdy's going to hold the ball, because he usually kind of gets it out quick, right? San Francisco plays a lot of quick game. They're not one to have Purdy sitting back there for long. So it's going to be an interesting chess match. And that's the other reason why I'm kind of partial to the 49ers. This just seems like a coaching mismatch to me. I'm sorry, guys.
Wow. That's fair. That's fair.
McCarthy guy.
14.
Okay, so
go ahead.
I've said all of that to say, though, at this number, it's 3.5. And if you're if you get into the business of laying 3.5, so taking -3.5 on a regular basis, I promise you, you're going to lose your money faster than not. So gun to my head, it's Dallas at this number, but I believe San Francisco is going to win the game.
Gotcha. That half, man, it matters. It matters big time.
It matters. It's everything. Bet your money at that number.
well, Kentucky 14.5. Rob, my partner,
Kentucky
my partner
this
wants
weekend.
money line. He wants money line. He thinks Kentucky's going to beat Georgia, Junior.
Okay.
He's happy to take my money at betus.com. Might want to throw some bet protect action in on that one. Hey, Junior, man, we appreciate you stopping by. The knowledge is outstanding. Will you come back next week?
Absolutely. I'll be here.
We need the help.
Look forward to it.
As always, that's what we do here. BetUS.com is the only book Rudy and I use, and the knowledge coming from Junior every week. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm going to go that way anyway. I'm down.
You got to do what you got to do.
The bluegrass. Go
Appreciate
Big Blue covering over and taking Florida down. We're going to continue talking college football, look at the lines, look at appropriate numbers, and more Dallas Cowboy talk coming. We got some of the guys that are going to be calling the game, but in a different language than you might be accustomed to, just around the corner. The Telemundo call, those that are covering, going to be here just after 9:30. There's so much to do. We need to pay for this expensive show.
Yes,
we'll be right back. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, I hope you're not in pain. I hope there is nothing in your life that's keeping you from doing things that you love. So many of us reach a stage in our life that we just kind of live with things that pain in us. You don't have to. Arasti is here to fix that. They fixed me more than once. If you deal with those kind of everyday strains and pulls, maybe it's lower back issues, plantar fasciitis, maybe you got a bad shoulder, won't allow you to put anything up on that top shelf, or can't bend over because your back's bad and you can't pick up things you need to get. You can get that fixed. Arasti, these are literally highly trained medical experts with one job in mind, and that's to get you out of pain. And the way they do it is absolutely unique in this modern medicine world. It's not about pills to hide the pain. It's not about surgery to, well, just kind of prolong the issue. It's about your body fixing itself. And man, oh man, does it work. And it works fast. On average, under 4 visits gets you back in the game at Arasti. Things you need to know. When you walk into an Arasti provider, you'll never need a referral, and they accept most insurances. What are you waiting on? Call them right now. 1-800-404-6050. 1-800-404-6050. The website is arasti.com. It's spelled AIRROSTI.com. A great map of all the locations there. And a lot of tips and tricks go there. But listen to me close. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Arasti today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This Sunday, it's the Cowboys and Niners at 6 p.m.
4th and goal, man in motion left to right, inside, a play action, bootleg to the left, Prescott all the way, runs it in for the touchdown, and he's fired up.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunk Law, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Raymond and Austin. We're back on All-Star Sports Radio, celebrating their 30th year. Our sportsbook and casino sponsor, BetUS.com, is going big.
That's right, Austin. Sports bettors can win a new truck, get the industry's biggest 125% sign-up bonus, and even get up to 30 risk-free bets.
Touchdown. BetUS also has a 150% casino sign-up bonus.
Blackjack, now you're talking, Austin. They also have live dealers and live betting on sports, including racetrack.
Get started today at BetUS.com, where the game begins.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar is San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. 7 days a week happy hour, sports on all HD screens, and plenty of arcade games. With 5 area locations: North Star, Nacogdoches, Medical Center, St. Mary's Strip, and Thousand Oaks. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar has you covered for any occasion, catering to you and delivering San Antonio memories for over 10 years. Slackers, San Antonio's home for all things sports, drinks, and games. Follow Slackers on Facebook for events and specials.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced.
For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys online at CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, it's a classic NFC showdown when Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears head to the nation's capital to take on Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Bears and the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Give me more! Look, I don't know who you was with before me, but this is all I got.
San Antonio, award-winning actor, producer, and comedian Chris Tucker is coming to the Majestic Theater November 2nd, the Legend Tour. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
We're here with Jose Rios, attorney at the Gomez Law Firm. If you are injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, Jose, what's the first thing our listeners should do?
The first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
Gomez Law has been protecting the people of our community for almost 50 years. They're the leader in personal injury law.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do carbon monoxide cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries.
But that's not all your firm does, Jose. Tell us a little more about other cases Gomez Law takes on and wins here in Texas.
Really anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from the Blitz, starting at 2 o'clock today. Big football weekend. Cowboys, Niners. Do the Cowboys need to add a running back? We'll ask Stephen Jones when he joins us at 4:30. The Bears play on Thursday Night Football. Rudy J., what do you want me to bring to your big watch party tonight, my friend?
A loss. A Bears loss is exactly what I need, Jason Minix.
It is the clunk for Caleb. What are we doing here? What are we we doing something for Caleb?
Let's do that. Let's roll. Is clunk C or K?
Well, that's why is he a
We'll see C.
Is he a C or a K?
He's a C.
He's a C.
So
Yeah, we'll go clunk for Caleb.
Clunk for Caleb. That, damn it, Rob. That's why you are who you are. Gosh dang.
So
it. I'm rolling with
now.
that.
You can stand behind that.
Yes.
There's a reason you're there.
Yes.
No matter what happens, you're happy.
Now, I just saw something on Instagram that bothers me. I hate these type of stories.
Okay.
I hate this, but I feel like I need to tell y'all. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy still has a roommate to split rent and drives a Toyota Sequoia.
Of course he does.
So he just ain't had. Then you know what? Like every actor tells, I was homeless the first 3 years of my career. I didn't know about taxes, and I got my first big check from a Hollywood theater, and I had no idea what taxes were, and I lost it all, and I was back homeless. He makes $900. Look, I know Cali.
Hey, rent's high in the.
I know. Okay, he makes $934 a year. So, but in Cali, he probably takes home $450, right?
Right about there, yeah. That's enough for a studio.
Yeah, stop it. Stop with the. No, he has a roommate, and he drives a Sequoia. Sequoias are nice, by the way.
Is it a new Sequoia or
I don't know. I wonder what
his mom's old Sequoia?
I wonder what year
It's his mom's old Sequoia that he took to college.
Brock didn't get in on the NIL. He didn't make any NIL money. He's 2 years ago.
See, if he had gone to Utah, he'd have a new truck.
I know.
Did y'all hear that? Utah, the entire football team.
Scholarships.
Oh,
but it's damn near the whole team. Isn't the
so
whole team on
those
scholarship?
poor walk-on SOBs didn't get a truck.
No.
What?
So you're a walk-on. You didn't get a truck.
Oh, man.
They're like, you should be happy to be here.
So like at A&M, the 12th man, the guy that's making tackles is not a scholarship, so that he wouldn't have gotten a truck. Well, that's not fair.
But, see, this is if Brock Purdy played with Shaq, he'd have a new car and a crib. Like how Fred Warner, CMC, Debo, Trent Williams, help your boy out.
Get him a car.
Y'all love him. Get him a car. Get him a place to stay. The guy lives with a roommate. Now, see, this roommate could be his lady. You see what I'm saying? They're not specifying. It could be his girlfriend.
They just said girlfriend.
They would have. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Instagram. You never know. They like to embellish to make it seem like, oh my gosh, look at this guy. But no, 930 don't go that far in San Francisco. I'll give them that.
It was Alfred Morris.
Redskins running back?
No, who was it? I interviewed somebody that, never spent a dime.
Not a dime.
Not a dime. I know Gronk never spent a single NFL check.
Shaq didn't either.
No
Shaq
NBA
didn't
money?
spend game checks. That's the new Jason Tatum says his mom still handles his money. He has to go to her when he wants big purchases, and they don't spend game checks either.
I wonder how those conversations go.
Like, hey, Ma, his mom said she knows when he wants something that he don't need because he's too nice. And I mean, every parent, you know how your kids are when they need something. Same with mine. But it's just weird being Jason Tatum and being like, hey, Mom, I'm thinking about the Bentley.
Since we've gone sideways on this, you brought this up yesterday, and it's worthy of discussion. That the entire country of France seems to be seething with bed bugs. That there is an outbreak, the likes of which those that are planning to come to the Olympics a year from now need to be a year. They're thinking in a year they're not going to be able to get rid of this bed bug infestation.
And Fashion Week is over there, and they have told they've told the Kendall Jenners and the Kardashians and everybody else, anybody you could think of that's coming over there, just so you know, you may take bed bugs back to America. Paris is infested from the airports to the hotels to the subway. Everything over there is bed bug infested.
I'm itching just thinking about it. I've never dealt with that. I will admit to having lice more than once. I've had boys. I had it when I was,
of course.
And lice isn't that just kind of like bed bugs times two?
See, the thing is, when whatever we secrete, they don't get on us.
The bed bugs?
No, the lice. I never had, like, they didn't even check the black kids at school.
You didn't have to deal with it?
No.
Oh,
they didn't check us. They would just, you ever get lice?
No.
We secrete lice poison.
Well, I want some of that.
I don't know,
man. It's awful.
They would come in there and they'd be checking, and I felt left out. I'm like, why don't
No. You're on the good side of the room. Trust me. My wife, being a teacher, was responsible for doing the checks early on in her career.
Oh,
yeah, that shiver. She'd come in like, oh my God.
I had to check the kids today. She
and I like
she find a kid with 700.
Yeah, and you telling me as you're standing beside me, you tell me that on the way home so I could adequately prepare. But bed bugs, like,
yeah, have infested Paris. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how that happens. Like Rob says, like, we send people to the moon. We have robots running some full McDonald's right now.
We got a car driving around on Mars right now.
And we can't fix bed bugs.
Bed bugs. And they're worried about the Olympics in a year.
Dude, it's hard to get rid of. Now, I do. The one thing I do go by, I do not put my luggage on the bed. I've always been told that when I'm at a hotel room.
Is that like bad luck? I mean, like they might jump in your luggage?
Yeah, the bed bugs infest your luggage, and then that's how you
can you see bed bugs?
I think you can. If it's a lot of them. See, that's the thing. Like, yeah, okay, if it's a 700 of them just sitting right there, yeah, but if it's like 3 or 4 and they just like, yo, man, we're gonna wait on this fool to fall asleep, then we're gonna have sex when we jump on in his armpit, and we're gonna multiply on his ass. that's when you can't see them. You know what I mean? You can't see them unless it's 10,000. The only time you can see bed bugs is if you watch like Hoarders. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when it's like, okay, I see him.
That's why Victor didn't go home. That's why Wimby stayed here and practice. No, I'm good. They just got mosquitoes here. That's all they got here.
You don't travel with a black light?
Well, this is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got something to do.
I got to talk to my people that like to play poker. That's right, poker playing listeners tuning in. SA Card House is a must visit. They got the fall festival going on right now. They're always giving away big money. If you didn't know, go check out SA Card House on their Instagram or their Facebook or their TikTok or anywhere. You'll see that Dodge Challenger I told y'all all September about. They really gave it away, and they really paid his taxes on it because SA Card House is the premier card house in all of San Antonio. From beginners like myself all the way professional level, SA Card House welcomes all, and they got a full attached bar and grill because you got to play to get the pay. So guess what? You're logging all those hours, you're going to need a little bit of something to eat, and they'll bring it right to your table. You know, slide away from the table for a little bit, have yourself some dinner, have yourself a little cocktail or two, and get right back to gaming. It is a private social club that is always open to the public and always accepting new memberships. Visit sacardhouse.com for more info and stop in for a great drink and check the space out. That's SA Card House at Bitters and 281.
It's Thursday Night Football tonight on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Bears and Commanders battle it out tonight at 6:30. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Howdy, Bobby Jenkins of ABC Home and Commercial Services. Trees can be one of your landscape's most valuable elements, and keeping them healthy is always money well spent. ABC's veteran tree staff is manned by ISA and Oak Wilt certified arborists, and we provide tree trimming, tree care, and tree fertilization services. Plus, if you're ever concerned about tree damage from wind or storms, give our specialists a call for a free evaluation. ABC Home and Commercial Services, specialists for your environment.
ABC Home and Commercial Services.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the scenic views stick around after the sun sets, and your favorite cocktails keep you company long after overtime. Where else can you unwind with bourbon and late-night bites? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Exergen thermometers are the smart choice when selecting a thermometer. With children back at school, keeping them healthy is important. Got a fever? Stay home. To detect fever accurately at home, you need a clinically accurate, fast, and non-invasive thermometer. The Exergen thermometer is backed by over 100 clinical studies. Accuracy matters. Be smart and safe. Measure accurately with Exergen thermometers. Available at Walgreens. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus, plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. Net to clients was $2.8 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your wall start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899, and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number M16004, TACLA 000743445E.
Ever find yourself in a department store with a question, but you can't find anyone who actually works there, so you just wander? That's what it feels like when you call most banks. But at Frost, we have live customer service 24/7, so you can speak to a real human right when you call, every time you call. No phone tree, no bots, just help from a real human when you need it. It's about being there for you. It's about more than money. Frost Bank.
Shine Down, the Revolution's live tour continues. October 9th, Freeman Coliseum. With very special guests, Papa Roach and Spirit Box. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Shine Down live.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to Five Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
It's R&R in the morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. You know, we are the home of your Dallas Cowboys. We are a part of that great nation of cowboy broadcasters. We're going to carry that game live here on San Antonio Sports Star, as we always do here on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. But if you are listening in a different language, dial in on Telemundo. You're going to hear the broadcast brought to you by Miguel Gurwitz and Rolando Cantu, those of Telemundo, who will be calling the Cowboy 49er game. We'd like to welcome them on the show. Rolando, Miguel, buenos dias. We're glad you're here.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rudy. Buenos dias, man. Hey, we're excited to be with you guys. And, of course, I'm sure you guys will catch the game this Sunday night because it's the best game there is this weekend. But for sure, man, it's good to talk to you guys and catch up with you guys.
We're glad you're here. Now, is this Rolando?
This is Rolando, yes.
Okay. Now, I'm reading your bio, man. You're from McAllen?
Yeah, I grew up in McAllen, Texas, was born in Mexico, played in Mackay, 32 5A district, and then made my way back down to Monterrey, took a scholarship at Tec de Monterrey with Borregos, and then made my way to NFL Europe. That's how I got in a seat training camp back in the day with the Arizona Cardinals, man. So, yeah, I'm excited, and for sure it's one of those things whenever I get a chance to talk to my peeps back in Texas, it's always good.
We're glad you're here.
Well, looking at the NFL and the numbers, Rolando, the thing about it is the Latin fandom has grown quite a bit, 4% increased viewership, and the share over 8%. What do you think the reason the uptick in the percentages in the NFL is in the Latino fandom?
Well, first of all, NFL is growing. It has a big fan base all over the world, right?
Right.
And when you see the NFL just expanding on different ways to consume the games, their products, it's one of those things where you have the first generation or maybe the second generation that still is very engaged with their language and wants to sometimes take a stab at it and check it out, right? Because sometimes you're with your uncle, with your tío, with your grandma, with your abuela, and you're like, okay, well let me see if I can understand this terminology in Spanish, because it's been one of those things where the NFL has always cemented their product in different languages, and we're just it's awesome to be a part of on Sunday night on Telemundo. This is one of the things that year after year when you're on and it grows, the platform grows, and sometimes we're on location and sometimes we're not, but when it's game time, man, you get the emotion, you get the flair, you get the sensation that you're consuming this product in Spanish, and it's part of the NFL.
As we watch our games on our broadcast networks, whether it be Fox or CBS, you get used to the Jim Nances of the world. You get used to the calls of the world. Miguel Gurwitz ain't quite as calm as the other guys. Miguel, are you here?
I'm here.
Here he is.
Good morning.
The
Good
play-by-play
morning.
there for Telemundo on the call. And this is a question for both of you. As we've seen the NFL obviously try to grow their brand throughout Europe, they're announcing more football games in Germany now. And the NFL's been a mainstay down in Mexico City. And I know there's been some talk about more games and the kind of growth. As you see this global expansion of the NFL, what do you see the role of the Latin American community? Is there as much attention Mexico City than that is deserved, or is it right where it needs to be?
Go ahead, Rolando.
Well, this is right in my wheelhouse, guys, because we've been a part of the international games for a while down in Mexico City, Estadio Azteca, and it's one of those things where the second largest fan base outside of the U.S. is Mexico. So when the game grows, and now that you see the games in Germany, and obviously you have every year games in the UK, you see how these fans show up, guys. And they show up with different jerseys. They just want to be a part of the NFL.
Yes.
If you're a Miami Dolphins fan, if you're a Cowboy fan, if you're a Bronco fan, and you live in Germany or you live in Mexico, you're going to the game because it's a official regular season NFL game. So I think that opened up the eyes to the NFL, to the executives up there, and said, hey, you know what? We just have to keep going at it. And in Latin America, it's one of these things where you have Brazil now. They have over 180 semi-pro teams that are just playing American football. It's only been about 8-10 years. They follow the soccer season down there. So slowly but surely, the game has gone global, and obviously the league, is really supporting it international wise.
Interesting. We're joined by Miguel Gerwitz and Rolando Cantu. They'll be on the call on Sunday evening on Telemundo as the Cowboys take on the 49ers. And y'all's experience, guys, what's the fandom ratio down in Mexico? Is it Cowboys, 49ers, and Raiders, as we're led to believe?
In there. Pittsburgh's in there.
Give us a breakdown of your listenership and where the fandom runs.
Well, I need to take this from Rolando because, and let me start with it. Soccer is growing a lot in this country.
Yes.
The NFL is growing worldwide. The NFL has made an amazing job. And the big part of the Mexico growth, I think it's between the Cowboys. I'll say the Cowboys number one, then Steelers, maybe I could say Raiders, 49ers, and, everybody loves Tom Brady. So I'm going to have to say Patriots. I think Patriots have, step a lot in Mexico, and why not? I think the Dolphins have a big fan base in the north, mostly in Monterrey, right, Rolando?
Yeah, I'm with Miguel. I think those top teams. And you know why, guys? Let me just fill you in. I don't know if you guys knew, but back in the 70s and 80s, when the Cowboys and the Steelers were just popping out championships year after year,
right?
The TV programmers down there just said, okay, so we have the rights. Let me just follow one team. Let me follow the Cowboys. Let me follow the Steelers. So without the teams, the NFL teams investing in their efforts down there, they were on TV every single weekend. So that's why you have this big fan base on there. But I would say I'm with Miguel. I think the Cowboys are number one in Mexico for sure.
How do y'all feel like this game is going to go? Here in San Antonio, man, all we're talking about all week, this is a big game. This is the first time they've met each other in prime time since 1990. They're 19-19-1 series overall. How do y'all see this playing out? This is Cowboy country in San Antonio, so I'm hoping the Cowboys come out on top.
Yeah, can you believe that? That's a long time without a prime time game, and you're talking about two really important teams. I think it's going to be a great matchup. You're talking about a great offense. Obviously the 49ers, but you have a great defense. I mean, you see the numbers, and you have the number one defense in points, that's the Cowboys, against the number 3 offense, that's the 49ers. The number 2 total yards defense, that's the Cowboys, against the number 2 total yards offense. So I think it's going to be a great matchup, and I agree with Jerry Jones as right now probably the most likely team to go and win the Super Bowl. I think that's the 49ers, but you know what? You need to go through the Cowboys, and that's going to be a really, really hard, challenge for the 49ers.
He is Miguel Gorwitz, joined by Rolando Cantu. They will be on the call Sunday night as Telemundo brings you all the Sunday night football games. They're dedicated to serving the Spanish-speaking audience around the United States. Catch them live here across the country. Guys, we're excited about the call. It's the game of the week of the year. Make sure you're catching them with Miguel and Rolando this Sunday on Telemundo. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it, fellas. Y'all have a great call.
So Rolando from McAllen, and he went to the Tech in Monterey. He's local blood.
Yeah,
broadcasting the game.
Absolutely. And their calls get they get amped up. It's exciting.
You cited some of the numbers as the Spanish speaking audience has increased significantly, and as the NFL continues to grow. I had no idea, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Brazil is now kind of jumping on the football bandwagon.
I'm surprised about Brazil, but in my I've been to Monterrey quite a few times, and they do love NFL football. Like as you walk throughout the city, Monterrey is a big city, a lot of people. There's a lot of NFL jerseys. Of course, soccer's king, obviously. Like this is not them catching. This is not the NFL ever going to catch football in Mexico, but the NFL is hugely. The Saints have a good presence down in Mexico as well too. So I'm not shocked that the numbers have grown the way they have as far as NFL viewership.
And put a bow on the show and look forward to a full sporting day that will include Stephen Jones joining the Blitz today for his weekly stop by. And of course, the general, John McClain, will stop and talk Texans who are red hot and on fire. And let's talk about them Texans and their hot and young quarterback coming up next. But first, let's talk about a tractor.
That's right. It's the new end of the year inventory closeout at Ewald Kubota on Kubota M-Series tractor. Ewald is offering great discounts, easy finances, and don't forget with the Section 179 tax deduction, you can write it off on your taxes. Go see the guys and gals and ask them for the details. It's also just about time for winter service. Schedule online or call any of their locations by visiting ewaldkubota.com and pulling the location nearest you. At Ewald, they have a whole fleet of equipment you can rent by the day, week, or month, including zero-turn mowers. As I see, we got that rain, that grass going to be growing like mine is. RTVs, construction equipment, and tractors. And if you need parts, Ewald Kubota carries Kubota genuine parts. Like John Ewald always says, you can afford a Kubota from Ewald Kubota. From the Gulf of Mexico to the Hill Country of Texas for 75 years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Let me turn my mic on. C.J. Stroud has by just about every measure been the best rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And the talk of his remarkable growth.
Mm-hmm.
In training camp, we laughed at it.
Well, we weren't laughing at the fact that he could be a good quarterback. We're laughing at the fact that they kept saying all of these great things. Oh my gosh, he looks like a 5-year vet, but they wouldn't name him the starter. That's what we were laughing at. Like, it wasn't like, oh wow, this guy's going to be a bust. It's not going to happen. No, we're just like, okay, well, if y'all going to keep saying all of these great things about him, then just name him the gosh darn starter, which they wouldn't do. That's what we were laughing at. But I still think the James Pledgers of the world should pump the brakes. He had a great game against the Steelers. He's had a great start to his career. I saw Cam Newton win a Rookie of the Year. I've seen RG win Rookie of the Year. I've seen a lot of guys come out the gate, boom, rolling. And then next thing you know, the league catches up to them. You get tape and things, start to change and the game gets a little bit more difficult. So, yes, he's looked good in these 4 games.
Well,
let's just pump the brakes just a little bit.
The Falcons are favored in this.
They should be, right?
Falcons -2. I don't know. I don't know about this Falcon team because there's a quarterback issue. I'm not sure if Desmond's still around. I know Bijan's good. I appreciate them. Last time the Texans played the Falcons, they scored 53 points to beat them 53-32, and that was week 5 of 2019. It's the second most in Texans history. Falcons are 2-0 at home this season and haven't won 3 home games in a season since 2015. I kind of like Texans on the road, man. I think this is they're getting their offensive line healthy again, right?
Yeah, Tunsil's liable to be back, and they got a couple other guys that are on the way back as well. So maybe
the Texans,
but they got to deal with Bijan.
They do have to deal with Bijan, who has looked, if not spectacular, really, really good.
Yeah, they don't have to deal with Kyle Pitts, though. They don't throw him the ball.
You know, it's
the
fun.
Falcons don't use him.
As we finish that first group of games in the season, all those IR guys, all those ones that were put on initially as training camp were done, are coming off. Jonathan Taylor, who was put on IR to hide him with what we were told it was a toe injury or something like that, came back to practice yesterday. Now, they haven't really decided whether they're going to use him.
They better. Why wouldn't you?
Well,
you got him there.
No,
you need to put him on display so the other teams can trade for him.
Well, maybe it's more about, is Jonathan Taylor willing to be used? Because he did show up to camp, but I'm not sure whether they're going to make this thing work.
At the end of the day, we saw it with Saquon. We saw it with Chris Jones. We saw it with Josh Jacobs. That thing starts to go off in you, and your wheels start turning. It's kind of like me at the golf course Monday. I was like, man, it's hard for me to be out here and not play. These guys are wired to where they want to play football. They have to play football, regardless of when the negotiations break down. At some point, you just give in because you just love the game. And I'm pretty sure, just like Josh Jacobs, Chris Jones, and Saquon Barkley, that's where Jonathan Taylor is. And if he really ultimately wants to get out of Indianapolis, teams need to see that he can still go.
Today at 4:30, Stephen Jones is going to stop by with Jason Minix and look forward to this weekend. If you had Steven on today, would you be curious about getting another running back? Is that a question? And there's a couple former Cowboys that are floating around under free agency that might help. Anthony Brown's out there. He's a free agent. You got Randy Gregory. There's a name from the past.
See, this is the thing with Randy Gregory, Rob. My dude took the bridge across the water.
And now burned his bridge,
burned the bridge, and you want Jerry to sit in the yacht? Nah, bro. You got to swim back. You got to swim back over here like my man at the Alabama fight. When he swam to the fight, that's Randy Gregory going to have to swim to the fight because I'm not sending the yacht.
And the first thing, if I'm Jerry, the first thing you sign is the conduct unbecoming. Like, first thing.
Dude, we knew it was too much weed for him to be good in Denver. We knew. Like, what was Denver thinking? Like, the dude has been popped 18 times for weed. Let's bring him here where it's legal. Really? Now, I think he's getting 14 this season. Like, he's still getting money. He's going to be fine. But the thing is, no Randy Gregory. Anthony Brown, maybe.
Why not? Randy Gregory, keep in mind, was a respectable dude around the building.
And the Cowboys wanted to pay him. Jerry offered him a deal, but they just said, hey, if you get in trouble, we could take your money. And Randy didn't like that. Denver, though, no. Come here where for what you've been in trouble for is legal. Come on. We'll give you the same money. And they're wondering why it didn't work out. Okay. But no, Randy had his moments where he was a dog, for sure. He had his moments. That's how he got the 5 year, $70 million.
If I was Jerry, I'd lowball. I'd find the lowest contract number I could find.
Because I would too.
Because he's already getting paid by Denver.
There you go. So you know what, Rob? Maybe. And if I can get him dirt cheap, why not?
And there would be a photo of the last offer that he walked away from and the newest offer that he just signed to be here.
Yeah, I thought it was messed up only because Jerry never gave up on him. That's why that whole situation was messed up.
Do you think they should be looking for a running back?
I don't.
Legitimately? I don't either.
I really don't.
I would like to see a little bit more emphasis and maybe a little bit more usage out of that big old fullback.
Lupke. I mean, he got a touchdown against the Patriots who had quit. Like, let's not make him Mike Allstott just yet. All right.
Let's not make him dream. He started out like Allstott.
I know when he scored, y'all like, oh, we got us some Mike Allstott. No, you don't. Okay, relax a bit.
They look
I
alike.
can't wait to talk to McCarthy tomorrow, though.
Yeah, tomorrow morning is going to be a real kind of. It's not a fork in the road game. It's not if we win or lose, we go one way or the other. But it's nice to have the safety net of a huge game with a lot of time left before the playoffs.
Right.
And I think when you see that, you get the opportunity to truly take the gloves off if they're really going to approach it the way I want them to approach it. And I think McCarthy has said the appropriate things. Is swing for the fences, knockout blows, man, because you got 12 more weeks to rehab no matter what happens.
Yeah, great point. Great point. But McCarthy tomorrow, 6:45. RJ Ochoa, 7:30.
Full bada beans, as my mama would say. Hey, Rudy and I got a whole bunch of work to do, but the day is just beginning. Greeny is coming, and I think he's at work. The jungle begins after that. And in minutes, we'll be sitting alone, but he'll be talking to the general and Steven. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's R&R in the morning. Follow Rob at Rob Thompson